We're live. Hi guys, welcome back to a Wiggly Thumbs Flat Earth British special. This is going to be the ultimate juice. This will be mesmerizing. So buckle in. This is going to be fantastic. Checking my comms in order. Fantastic. Are you wiggly flat thumbing me back? Well, do the obligatory wiggly flat thumb, and then we'll all be on a wiggly flat thumb vibe together. It'd be awesome. So that's what we're doing today. Is we're gonna do some juice. This is going to be fantastic. I've been actually excited and looking forward to Flaterday. I really have. I like it. I really do like the fact that I can share my research, which has borne fruit this week. I feel that it's really significant evidence for the origins of us and some of the questions. So it's been a week of when you seek, you will find. And I've just been getting some really good decipherizations. So there's going to be around 500 more images shared, music in this post. Images, videos, thoughts, and everything that we're up to in Flat Earth British realm. It's going to be a roller coaster ride of juice and entertainment. We're going to see very beautiful things in this, guys. Wondrous things. And out of them 600 images or more that I will be presenting, I'm hoping that you would hardly have seen any of them. So all be new to you, new and fresh for your Brian, okay? To tantalize your Brian. So that's what we're going to do here today. It's going to be good. We're going to show you what research looks like on YouTube. That's what we're going to do. So I'm going to give a few of you shouts, let a few of you roll in. There's 137 of you just turned up. Thank you for being here. Happy wiggly flat thumbs. Did you wiggly flat thumb me back? So, okay, no one else sees. Do it. You'll feel great. It's like, yeah, man. And then you'll find you'll just be wiggly flat thumbing all of the time. Hiya, David, and our hippie shake. And Starcarter. And there's my son, who is a Lawrence Liedtke, Welsh Dragon Metals. 22 degrees indoors. Yeah, so Britain hasn't had any sun for like months and months. It's just been grey and shit. And today, summer arrived as shit out of nowhere. It was absolutely fantastic. They haven't even chemtrailed the sky to death. It's been really lush. Yeah. I woke up. I was like, what's going on? Is the moon on fire? I didn't even recognize the sun. It's been that long, guys. Look at me. I'm all pasty from the lack of UVs. But that is going to be remedied ASAP. And so is my hair. Marcel, good to see you. Well, I'm undecided, yeah. I have to see how the mood takes me. Angela, thanks for your kindness. Lovely lady. And just JP. And Kay, who is also in Cardiff. Right thumb clicked a bit. Ooh. It's only gas releasing, so they say. Well, it's not your bones. So my son cracks fingers. I says I hate people cracking their fingers because I do. So he'll start cracking his fingers. I'm like, fuck off without cracking your fingers. So yeah, my sympathies, okay, to you. ASM Future. It's rainy in North California. The irony, isn't it? The irony. Mind you, it is always misty and shit up in Northern California anyway, isn't it? So it's further north, isn't it? You haven't got like Southern Cal weather going on, have you? Not all the time anyway. Squirrel Sniper, thank you for doing a bit of background research, digging out the answer to the community antiquity guess, which is a game I like to play where we guess what is the artifact from antiquity, and we all have a little guess at it, and it's jolly good fun. So Mojo Shape, Jewish Samaritan, welcome to you. Martus von Dickus the third, from a long line of aristocratic Estonians and other peoples, but essentially Welsh, because I look Welsh and essentially I was born in Cardiff, St David's Hospital, so that does designate me as Welshness. But it is a confusing old affair. Mixed, half Estonian, so, there's that as well. Beth Dickinson, good to see you. and D. Hanson. Love the paisley hood. Yeah, I do off my mate Mel. I fucking love it too. It's got all like paisley, but geometric patterns and stuff. It's really trippy. I love it. So yeah, today. So what got me? I like to share my thought processes with you, so you can, because this is, if you noticed, the years of Flat Earth British, there's been a certain chronology to our work. It's a story that's unfolding, and that is what today is. It's picking up on where we left off and continuing with new discoveries. It's really exciting, guys. If you've been following Flat Earth British for years, you're going to find, yeah, we are getting somewhere. We're getting like actual answers to something of our reality, of our history, which we've only ever had fragments of. Yeah, what they have given to us is their version of events, and none of it's fucking real. And we're discovering what really happened, and it is just far more amazing, you know. So what set me off was I got to think about poor old Rossage the Sausage, Roy Broadstock, that was Hidden Histories, British Hidden Histories channel. It was my mate, and he died like a year ago on YouTube. So, like usual, I was thinking Arthurian thoughts, like King Arthur-y thoughts. But I was thinking, wouldn't it be fantastic if Flat Earth British could prove the existence of Jesus Christ and that he was buried during Wales land, and his family came and they had babies and descendants, and they are all in Wales. Where is Jesus buried? Very, very provocative evidence from Wilson and Blackett that Jesus came here. Now, we went to the burial place of Joseph of Arimathea in Butte Park with Rossage to the Sausage, who gave us a little rundown. I felt very special. I felt like I've touched, I was going to, not cloth, no, I've touched history a little bit, feel a little bit more holy now, I thought. But like, Ross, because he was a good dude, he got taken out, you know. It's only the goods are young, guys. So you've got a long time to wait. Hieroglyphics is making a lot more sense after what I propose in this post, guys, okay? Okay, you can read and write Egyptian hieroglyphics in hours, okay? Because it's Welsh. And this, what I'm going to show you, you're going to go, oh, well, yeah, that makes a lot of sense now, Matt. That is a cracking little book. But my favourite is all about King Arthur, yeah? And this is signed by Wilson. Wilson died. Great historian, amazing historian. You know, we got a lot of ridicule because he was against the official narrative, and he discovered so many amazing things. And it got his life fucked up, you know. He had his windows put through, death threats, all the business. But he wasn't one of them, obviously, because of the shit that he had in his career. So, it's got autographed by Wilson and Blackett as well, which I thought was really groovy. D. Hanson's on the screen, there you are. But it gives you a really useful clue. Now, I've read this. It's a brilliant book, guys, but the places local to me, like Llandaff Cathedral, yeah, this is the first place in the whole world to have Christianity, is Britain. And the first Christian cathedral in Britain was Llandaff Cathedral in the world, never mind Britain, in the world. Fuck the Vatican in Italy. So it's a chronology of Gwent or Glamorgan, Welsh kings, and King Arthur appears on this twice. And King Arthur's father is buried in Llandaff Cathedral. I'll take you there and show you his grave for a little vlog. Would you like that? Fuck yeah. Yeah. So King Arthur is Jesus Christ. And King Arthur had magical powers, just like Jesus Christ. King Arthur, in this book, is referred to as the King of Kings. Who else do we know that was the King of Kings? That's right, Jesus Christ. And wherever Arthur reigned, okay, the whole realm was cool. You know, we were in the golden age of Cali when he was, you know, until evil powers, the Babylonians moved in, which we're going to look at in this post. What I would have regarded as the Romano-Britain a week ago, but I'm going to erase and rewind. Erase and rewind. Because I'm no longer using the term Roman. So when I regard architecture as a Greco-Romano, from now on, I'm dumping the Romano. Because from what I can make out, like the Bone Wars and all the things that went into the British Museum that filled it up, like all the Egyptology, the shit out of nowhere in the mid to late 1800s. Before then, no one actually gave a shit about any Egyptology, same as dinosaurs. And it's the same narrative for this. Rome was pushed in recent times. Nobody gave a shit. It was a load of old ruins to antiquity. Until the 1930s, because Benito Mussolini had a thing about architecture. So he decided to get the mud out of Rome. Until then, it was all like the Constantine Arch, for example, was half in mud up until like recent days. The Colosseum on the road around there, it's all recent. It was mud in the mid 1800s, just mud and nothing going on. Nobody gave a shit. And this is why. They have given us a fake narrative. They have pushed, like they push space with movies, Hollywood. They have used Hollywood to push the narrative for Romans. I'm going back as far as Cecil D. Mille's epic with like 150,000 extras of Cleopatra, okay, in the early 1900s. It's only in the movies and it's pushed. Any antiquity gets dug up here in Britain, even though it's only like a few inches away from apparently the medieval layer. But yeah, there's supposed to be 1500 discrepancy between cultural layers. What the fuck ever. Is they will say it is Rome. Hadrian's Wall. Oh, that's Rome. What about these villas and all of these walls and everything? Oh, that's Rome too. What you find is this, and I made a discovery and a few dot connected. I'm sure you're going to enjoy to see. It would be my pleasure to show to you as well. It's 277 of you. So we're going to blow our minds. There's a lot in this. Until this week, I really never knew. Okay, so if you remember my post about the origins of the Aryans or the Iranians, the Aryans. And we talked about that into some detail, didn't we? Maybe 3 weeks ago. Well, I'm going to offer evidence in artifacts corresponding with literal works concerning the real origins of Britain. The Phoenicians are the Aryans. The Phoenicians are the Aryans. In speech and in script, we use their language today, the phonetics, but they are from vast antiquity. They are as old as time. The Phoenicians have been here. Now, all my idea behind that the Phoenicians came in and took a beautiful society that was Tartaria, I think this post definitely helps towards solidifying that idea, really. So the occupants of Britain, pre-Roman, we'll say that, for example, Britain, were small, dark Aboriginals. The Celts and the Picts were small, dark Aboriginals, not unlike the Welsh of today, okay? Just not unlike the Welsh of today. They were non-Aryan, the Celts and the Picts, including the Welsh, and in Ireland, because they are also Celts, the same as the Welsh and the Scottish. And what we're going to find, and I'm going to show evidence for, as mind-blowing as it seems, but this is hard evidence that this is the case, guys, that the original occupiers of Britain were not the Romans, but the Hittites. The Sumerians, I shit you not, the Sumerians, and the Phoenicians. And I'm going to offer the evidence in this, guys. It's mind-blowing as that seems, from inscriptions on Scottish stones that have been taken in a book, which I've got correspondence for, that they never made. What I'm telling you now, okay, a lot of history teachers won't even know because they haven't been reading all of this. Now, the first king of England was a guy called Brutus, not to be mistaken by the Roman Brutus that apparently, infamy, they've all got infamy when they stabbed Caesar in the shower because of the Ides of March. So not that Brutus. This Brutus is King Brutus of Troy. He'd sailed from Troy. And Troy had fallen, and all of that world had fallen, but not in one cataclysm. In a series of cataclysms where Carthage was a little bit of a different time to the fall of, say, Troy, which is covered in the Iliad, and, Helen, and she was the face that launched 1,000 ships, the ships that were headed by Brutus. And Brutus is the ancestor of King Arthur. So a lot of magic and mystique in this story. And when I show you some of the stuff in this book, they talk about a lot of ancient technology. And that we basically, this civilization now, we originally came from a higher civilization. Thought to be, some historians think, Atlantis, which could be America. So London, they claim, is Londinium in its antiquity. But what we find is London was founded by King Brutus in about 1100 BC, if you're going with their chronology. And its name was New Troy. New Troy. And we're going to blow your mind with when I found out the links between the Vedic classics, the Mahabharata, and my own country's origins. It blew my head off. I thought it makes so much fucking sense. I shit you not, guys. That is all going to be in this post. We're going to look at giant rooms that were built for giants, because there's no way they're for human beings. We're going to look at vintage photography, shouts, and some crazy, spooky, even videos, and images of the week. But there'll be 200 of them, but they are all awesome, and they all tell a story. Okay, every image tells a story, and every one of these images specifically chosen because of their interest or their mind blow. Okay, so that's what we're doing today. So buckle in. This is going to be fantastic. But yeah, there was 2,000 years of Phoenician activity before the Romans even arrived here, guys. This place was up and running, and a commercial centre, trade routes all over the world, out of Wales, out of London, out of Scotland, all up and running. And then they tell you in the modern day, oh yeah, it was the Romans that did it. What have the Romans ever done for us? They tell you in the life of Brian, well, they gave us the roads, Reg. And remember what it was like before the law and order they gave us. Remember the crime, and then they come out with all these things, the sewer systems, places. They're telling you right there, what have the Romans ever done for us? Sweet fuck all, because it wasn't them. The Hittites, the greatest horsemen of antiquity, that's how they got their grounds. But it's that link again. And I heard early on that this is the link with the Hebrews again. And now I heard early on that, I read early on that the origin of the Celtic people, the Welsh people, was the Indus Valley civilization. Okay. So this is getting towards the era of the Hittites. And I'm thinking, like, after the massive event, the cataclysmic event that sent a good bit of the Indus Valley into the Cayman Sea, and the rest was melted. A lot of the Indus Valley civilization was melted. They say they had a nuclear war there. The dogs there, the skeletons that they found, hadn't been eaten, so that they were possibly radioactive in there. Story behind it. But I'm going that they got the fuck out and they came this way. Okay, that's the Hittites. The Phoenicians, international power, plain wide. Everywhere in this plain, the Phoenicians ruled. And guess what? They still do to this day. The Romans, scapegoats. Keep pushing them, them narratives, like the Gladiator movie. That was like one of the most expensive movies ever, just to push that we were fucking one another up with swords and stuff. It's just narratives. That's all it ever is, guys. And the reality, any proof? I'll show you proof now. See what you think. Okay, share this out if you would, guys. We're going to get stuck straight in, and we're going to learn. We're going to learn a lot together, and we're going to have a giggle. We're not going to take life too seriously. I'm really happy that the sun's here. Like I said, it's been terrible for the British people the last few months. So, buckle in. This is going to be a lot of information in what will seem like half an hour, but really it will be hours. So that's why we're starting early. So 366, okay, I think that's enough time. The Celtics, the Welsh language has already been proven to be one of the oldest languages in existence. And there's plenty of people in Wales still speaking the Welsh language. They did try to eradicate it because of its lack of, in the phonetics, its lack of vowels. It was not harsh like German, all of that. You know, I noticed when I was, went to a funeral once and the vicar there started doing all of that dominated patri fucking stuff out of The Exorcist. It was horrible. But what I did pick up on was the way he was talking. And what he was doing a serpent thing. So it was all the fucking time. I was like, the guy's serpenting out, man. But it's not. It was just this Phoenician dialect of harsh consonants and this piss that you find with it all. But the Welsh is like music. It's like beautiful music to your ears, but it does sound really Germanic to the ears, funnily enough. And also a lot of the words in the Welsh language also can be found in France, like bridge, pont, same in France, glace for ice cream. There's a lot of same words in France as there is, except for fromage. So, but the Cornish, there's a lot of relation between the Celts, the Basques in France, the Cornish people. They had their own language. Some people, they still have their own language. Some people still speak it. And the Portuguese. And the Portuguese, which you've had a cordial with for like 1,000 years. We've never had a war. Britain has never had any fisticuffs with Portugal. They've had war with every fucking body on earth, except for them, apparently. So it's nice. So anyway, let's get stuck in. Thank you, Leonidas. Good work kicking Persian butt that day. I was there with you. We were like, woohoo. Sure. Look at Hollywood pretending Spartans ain't all gay. Woohoo. Okay. Rhonda stars. And there is Marianne. Lovely little dimple. The West of Britain language sounds beautiful. Yeah, it does. It does. It sounds musical. People say, you know, it's the land of song, Wales. You know, everyone sings here, and the music. You know, it does sound like people when they talk are singing their words. It's beautiful. You don't get that with the phonetics. It's all Achtung van Buten sort of thing going on with it all. So that is that. So anyway, maybe I overdid it then. It's the oldest we can see in many other dialects. Yes, it is. Thank you. But I have got maps that everybody in Britain was in fact Welsh at one stage. But again, that's narratives. We need evidence. We need. Would Hercule Poirot, think that was a reality just on a somebody said? Fuck no, man. Hercule Poirot, just like Sherlock Holmes, he needs evidence. This is how detective work works, guys. So I'm not comparing myself to Hercule Poirot, but that would be fantastic if I was in the realm of Hercule Poirot on detective skills. Nah, don't worry. It's just me tripping out again. So Hippie Shaken, she's talking to AZ, who is my lovely friend Joe, and Sewa. So yeah, that is a shitload of work. It's worth going through about King Arthur and Jesus, you know, guys, and just rehashing it, you know, because that information is fucking juicy. It really is. Really, some of it gives me goose pimples. When Ross was bringing the books and talking about it, I was like, and the overwhelming evidence of a life's work of two men. So, hi, Linda. Okay. Hi, Heidi. Hi, Heidi Ho. Heidi from the Valley. And Chris Otter's in the house. Urquhart Poirot is awesome. Have you seen Murder on the Orient Express film? It's quite good, except it's got all Hollywood scum in it. I'm not going to say that anymore. And I'm on like, I meant Smeg, Hollywood Smeg. I don't think AI knows what Smeg is. Okay, the Hollywood Smeg heads. There you are. I learned that off Dave Waffles. Yeah, because he's learning how to get away with YouTube and AI. And so we say replacement words like smeghead instead of fuck, things like that. Antimatters, I've been watching Clarkson's film. I have been watching Clarkson. No. I haven't been watching anything really. I've been working. Anyway, so sure. Angela. Okay, Squirrel Snipe. All right, we're getting into the usage. Okay. You feeling loosey-goosey? You feeling groovy? Good, because this is going to be metal on the head. Okay, we're going to do it. Share screen. This is going to be a lot of information. So I do warn you ahead of time that it's going to be a lot on your Brian. Okay. So keep an eye on chat, guys. Keep an eye on my chat feed. Okay. Because all the crazy fucks out there. Whopper Mel. I was going to ring you on WhatsApp, but I haven't actually got any call time on my phone. Can't get any. So, like, and your phone's fucked. So I'll ring later. Oh, Mel, ring. Okay, juice. Okay, we're starting here. So what I found was this. Okay, we got the stones up. Can you see my face? Am I on the screen on the side? Yeah. Okay, cool. Was this. So they are really early, and they're examples out of a book that someone had painstakingly, I doubt they're photographs, but painstakingly got together of the Scotland stones in 1856. I even got to think, well, about the megalithic era when they just stick these standing stones everywhere in Europe, you know, from Carnac to northern Scotland, even the Orkneys are covered. And I thought, I wonder if they used the old stone from what was pyramid here, and they took them down and just some sort of, you know, cultural insult, if you like, just stick them stones in the ground. Because they reused other pyramid stone in Egypt. And they used it like the white covering that was on the pyramids. They used in the streets of Cairo. So they do that. This image is the first one that come up, plate 3. And first thing I seen, I looked at it and I thought, well, I know that image. And it took about 5 minutes for me to go through my mental files to locate the book that I saw it in and what it meant. So all of these are in Scotland, these stones. And what you see here, even though I thought at first, well, it looked very like alien-y, doesn't it? You know, but you got these two. There's a lot of deciphering to do here, so I'm going to need some help with you later on with keeping an eye out for stuff that I missed. But I'm going to give you what I discovered so far, and I read the whole book this week just to make sure that I understood it properly before I share it. So what you see here on this, okay, is this. It's exactly the same stone. Is this? The sun. The strange alien-y creature, which looks like it's got antennas, and these two circle things at the bottom. So I got the stone. So I thought, all right, wow, well, I can find out what this stone is then. And I got it from this book, The Phoenician Origins of Britain, Scots and Anglo-Saxons by Lawrence Wadle. Which states there, with conclusively confirmed and established by this Huxley, who proved that the Phoenicians were the Aryans. So anyway, we'll get to that in a minute. So what we're going to do is I'm going to take you through, I time-stamped some of these pages from these books to give you just the mind-blowing information that is withheld in these books. So yeah, so this is Bel, as we know, is a Babylonian god, Bel and the dragon, etc. I guess it's the same Bel. So it's prehistoric Britain monument to Bel. Okay, and it's near Newtonstone, and it's a Hitto-Phoenician inscription of solar symbols, but I think it's two suns. And I think the narrative of the sun fasces I was talking about, you know, the souls are in the sun, it's in this book, and the technology is in this book as well, of, you know, like Thor's hammer, for example, and just, we'll have a look. It's just craziness. You may recognize this Phoenician. It's the god of the sun, the father god of the Phoenicians, also Mithra in the Roman version. But as you can see, it is a statue of liberty with the crowned thorny thing going on. But I'll give you the book, I'll link it up, and then basically it tells you about the origins of the name Britain. So Wales, for example, in Welsh is Cymru. And Cymru is actually the word Summer. Sumerian. Oh my God, like the origins of fucking Wales are what, Sumerians? I didn't even fucking know, guys. It just blew my head off. But what I found really, really tasty, right, was the famous epic of the Mahabharata, okay? Regarding the prehistoric world, we know about the battles of Arjuna and Krishna with all of these highly futuristic weapons of Mastras and Vimanas and all the rest of it. Anyway, so civilizing conquests of the Panch or Phoenicians, the greatest ruling clan of the Aryan Bharats or Brithats, who we shall find are the ancestors of the Brits or the Britons. So our name of Britain, according to this, and he offers at the end of the book all of the citations and all of the books you can actually look up to back up that this is actually the case. Historians, if you look at the British history books, they won't tell you anything about fucking Hittites, guys. Hittites. Mind blowing. So yeah, so the Phoenicians were Aryan, and this guy has got onto some amazing clues about our advanced lost civilization, and it's made me look at history differently, and this is why. The cross. You see endless amounts of crosses, but they tell you about what this cross, this X is. And all of the repeating Christian saints and archangels are all in this narrative. They have the archangel Michael, but in another personification. What blew my mind the most, I think, was finding out that the patron saint of Scotland, okay, who is St. Andrew, which is apparently crucified like that, which is why the cross of St. Andrew, Blue Cross, is like that on the Union Jack, the Scottish flag, is Indra. Indra, out of the back of Agita, Indra, the Vedic god. And I was like, whoa, hang on. So they're an Aryan army or fleet, which I've got pictures for, and it's been cited by some early citations. There was reference to it by Geoffrey of Monmouth. I don't know if the Venerable Bede just stuck with the Vikings, Norsemen. He didn't mention the thousands of ships that turned up with Brutus and took Britain. Now, these dark people that inhabited the Scots, the Picts, on the other side of that wall, okay, they wore tartan. They wear tartan skirts, dresses, whatever they're, tartan slips, things. Tartar. So they're wearing tartar. They're dark. So these are not the fucking Tatarians then, are they? The original occupants. And then, just as I said, this Phoenician empire with backup, this massive allied force of the Hittites and the fucking Sumerians. My head's blown. It's just, anyway, let's move on. So use some examples of their language, but I tell you what was a really brilliant clue as well is we mention all of the time about the Rosetta Stone, you know, the version of the hieroglyphics that have been taken from Napoleon's troops' find after he sends him to look for it. He comes back with the Rosetta Stone. It's got Aramaic, Greek on it, etc. And they can decipher the hieroglyphics from it. Forget the Rosetta Stone. The Ogham version of Newton stone inscriptions, the Ogham script, is quite well known to most people in this field, but it's Aryan Phoenician inscription that is on the Newton stone. This is Phoenician, and check what they got there. A swastika. Not only that, the Celtic banding that you see all over the Celtic stones in Wales and Ireland and Scotland are from the Middle East, from Asia Minor. I shit you not, I can't even believe it. My head's like, whoa. But it makes just so much sense to our origin here in Britain, you know. Mithra, who is the, as you know, god of Rome, but she's the god of Phoenicia, and Bel and Babylon, and all of those Babylonian cult things that we know that the Babylon, that's today. As you can see with the Hollywood thing and all the stars with their one eye, they're worshipping Luciferian ideals because they're in a Babylonian cult of the Phoenicians, which rule the world. Vatican, they're doing nothing. They like to think they're in some control, and you know, they're the world leaders, like presidents and prime ministers, subordinate to the Pope. They have to kiss his fucking ring. I bet they do. But they're just puppets for a higher power. And the higher power is Phoenicia. These are examples from Clava in Venetia of possibly, but they don't really know, okay, early British cup markings. But again, they're saying Greco-Phoenician. So the term I will use now for identifying architecture is Greco-Phoenician, because it's more accurate. The Romans ain't even in this story, guys. Yeah, apparently they come along a millennia later. Okay, this is just bullshit, guys. The Romans is just it's a psyop, is what it is. So this is interesting. You know that they use the swastika. You see that also in the Vedas, and some crosses and Sumerian in the Sumerian writings on these cups. We're going to look a little bit into in 1939, a famous German scientist, who was the German Indiana Jones, was sent on a mission by the Reichsführer Himmler to find the origins of the Aryan race, which they say in modern times was based on pseudo-science or pseudo-history. That's not what he found. That's not what he found. His journey was hampered the whole way, but he found clues. He found clues of the origins of the Aryan peoples in Tibet. People with advanced technologies, people psychic, people with magical powers like we got. Imagine if we didn't have all of that electromagnetic interference and all the things they have given us through our lives and all of the other weird fuckery that goes on with our MK Ultra mind programming that they've done to us, which we've been unraveling. But imagine, you know, I'm still brainwashed to a certain extent. I must be. Can't be completely awake. All of us, at a certain extent, we've just been peeling back the layers of deceit, haven't we? Yeah. So amulets from Troy. Amulets from Troy. Troy, when it was destroyed, like in Homer's Iliad, they came to Wales. The face that launched 1,000 ships. So yeah, absolutely amazing. I never knew about the link between the Veda and British history, which you can see why people in Britain are so into, you know, Hindu sort of stuff. It makes perfect sense now. So the universal God and his angels amongst the Hittites, Sumerians. We've seen a few of these characters before, and really one of them is Dionysus, Bacchus. All of these characters are repeated, and even the Norse gods. Thor's in this. They've got the Thor's hammer in this. He does damage with it. I'm not even joking. Anyway, circles diagnostic cipher marks the Sumerian and Chaldean deities, trial of Adam and Jove or Indra. So Indra's in there as well, which is mind-blowing to me. to think that, you know, we have like St. David's Day in Wales. In Scotland, they have St. Andrew's Day because he's like their patron saint. So what's he doing here? Okay, so Father God, okay, so Jove, it's like Jehovah, isn't it? Jove, or Indra, bestowing the life-giving waters. Interesting what they say here underneath about the horned Gothic headdress, the costumes of that period with long beard and clean-shaven lips. The sun as angel with his double-headed serpent caduceus. Introduced the Photographic, and the flower bud at the top of the vase is Sumerian word sign for life. So this means life. He's given the life waters, again with that Phoenician theme. And the images you get for Brutus are put with mermaids. Mermaids. Again, it's just like, whoa, Martin, you're so onto it. Got really excited about it. Look, check this out. Two suns. Two suns. So in Sanskrit, the rover, named for the luminary that is presiding deity, under which luminary that is? Sol. Okay, we know it a bit in Gothic, Latin, or Old English. But here we have two suns, here and here, designating this character, two heads. It's the Janus character, the two-headed. Now, this is what I found really, really interesting, especially when we said that the sun is gone from beautiful yellow to white. The sun is running out of energy. The sun is dying. The sun resurrects. Two-headed, resurrecting sun god designated by two circles. Well, you could read that way. To me, that is saying that the sun is resurrecting again. And I think that's the case. I think that is what the reset is as well. That is why the consciousness is so low. You know, the fall of humanity, the fallen angels, okay, they've had their wings bound, guys, because of the Babylonians that rule this realm. There's more going on. There's more land. We just don't know anything about this place because they got it all locked down. Education systems, and God help us, they have the television. Brilliant that is. And the Egyptian crossover as well. Returning from resurrecting sun, entering the gates of night. It's a bit like the set, you know, the Egyptian version. On Hittite seals, okay? All of these found in Britain. All of these found in Britain. Again, with the wings open. Two spirals. Phoenix. Jason would love to see this, but they got literally a narrative for the Phoenix in this as well. So the triad of circles represents both 3 and 30, designates the moon and possibly the 3 phases of waxing. Maybe, I'm not sure about that. It talks about the Sibyl and the 3 witches. I'm not in the play that I'm not going to mention. Anyway, the book will be shared to you in the descriptions at the end of this video. You'll be able to check all of this out for yourself. These are these spirals again, these 2 spirals. I'm not seeing a waxing and waning fucking moon here with these 2 spirals. I'm not seeing that. Okay. So in the Indian epics, the goddess Queen May of the Britons was the source of the English Ma for mother. So all of our language, Ma, Mum, all came out of the Sumerians. I'm just mind blown by all of this, guys. It's just really new to me, a lot of this. So the Sumerian source for the alternative Greek title, Gaia, which they call Earth, returning or resurrecting sun in prehistoric Irish Scot rock engraving. So this is in Ireland. Gates of night, but these 2 spirals, I'm not buying that's waxing and waning. So they talk about this archangel, and it's a player in all of this, and it is the Tasya Wasap, which is a archangel, which is also son of Indra, the god Indra. Again, just like there's a lot of similarities with the Norse Odin. You know, it says in here that Thor is actually Indra. So Phoenician coins in early Britain, we've seen these things here. Pentad circles designating this here. Tassia, the archangel on the seal. Now this Tassia appears everywhere, and some sort of technology going on here. We feel, and there's that same thing there as well. So Archangel Tassia, winged, invoked by Mother, and he's got wings because angels got wings. Fall of man was the fall of consciousness. We are going to be back on a high state of consciousness. And there's where the sunbird, the phoenix, the sunfish, and the goat, which latter shall be rebus for Goth, whatever. So that is the Phoenician seal there for Tas, the archangel. And they tell you in the book that the archangel, Michael, again, mind blown. This is the case. So yeah, a lot of the markings you see on crosses, like all of the symbols, like the swastika included, are all from Hittite, Sumerian, Phoenician origin, or in this case, Meru or Amorite archaic tablet, but again with Sumerian script. Okay, moving on. So this is this prayer here to this, look at this, the Bellfire cult, guys. This is fucking Babylon. So this is what I wanted to read. This is quite interesting. Here, look. It invokes the Archangel Tas for the aid of I was going to say resurrecting. I can't even say that. Underground sun. Oh, yeah, resuscitating the underground sun. What the fuck does they mean by underground sun? And the wood cross that leads literally as follows. To of the good girl, master, hasten unto the underground sun. This vessel of thy assembly. This vessel, as in Noah's Ark. This vessel of our assembly. What? Oh, to Sir Marchdiac Tas, all perfect Tas. Oh, Caduceus, holder. Whoever got that? Mercury. It's just what? Mercury again. The sun, take up, O Lord, all perfect one. The princess Nina by the wood mace cross uplifted to hand. So that's the prayer that they put up. But what do they mean by underground sun? What do they mean by that? Anyway, we're moving on. And there's another prayer to Tas, the Archangel Michael, but interesting in the house Tax, the angel. So another name that it's been thought of is Tax. And we've all been in taxis, haven't we? And we've all paid taxes. So just incredible. So yeah, there's a lot in this book. It's like 400 pages. As I said, I can't cover all that. I'm just time-stamping. See some of these things on British monuments, Sumerian, Hittite, Cassi, Trojan, Egyptian, and Phoenician. Okay, all found on British decoration in amulets in Britain. But all of these symbols, the Celtic cross, you can see where the real originates from, which is just fascinating, amazing. Oh, sacred geometry in a lot of these as well. So this is not a Christian cross. Ancient Britain's sun cross derived from Hitto-Sumerian Phoenician. So this cross here is not the cross of Jesus because Christianity hasn't happened. Jesus hasn't been born, but they're everywhere. And these swirls in the center and these beautiful banded Celtic crosses that we see as well are all pre-Christian. That happened a long time later. But we are apparently the first Christian nation in the world, according to that book. The crossovers from the work of Wilson and Blackett, now reading all of this and what we've been up to, I'm just thinking to myself, we're actually getting somewhere here. That's what I'm thinking. Identify the Hittite solar monuments, which is really interesting. Maybe they just took the pyramids down and built like Stonehenge with the stone of the pyramids. I think we have pyramids here. I don't know why I just do. And on old coins, Phoenician coins, swastika sort of thing going on there. From Gaza, that one was found. Scottish swastika. And as you know, it's all in the Vedic scriptures as well. And it's a symbol for peace. But it was taken like with the fasces, for the fascists. And so the story of Indra, I thought was mind-blowing. So Indra, the god Indra, okay. Also the title of Thor of the Goths. Indra the father. So Indra is also referred to as Thor. And you can see, you can look for yourself in this book and check all this out, you know, and check all this out for yourself, everything that I'm saying. This X code got me. So in the eastern branch, the Aryan Barats, the Brits, us, people in Britain, and we shall find out the worship of Andrew with his cross. So they say he got crucified on a cross that way, as opposed to that way by Jesus, that way, okay, was widespread in early Britain and Ireland and ancient Scotia in prehistoric times, long before the dawn of the Christian era. So all rehashed stuff, guys. Yeah, the cross was well known. And Indra first. And he, Indra, stamped with the cross, etc., the ancient Britain's coins as well, for evidence of the cross, and in this case, the Scottish swastika. The cross of Indra, who is Andrew. Just crazy. I wonder if Scottish people know that. But a whole new ball of wax, you could say. So look at this, right? Indra, Andrew, St. Andrew, slaying the dragon, just like George did, from a Hittite seal. And you can see he's got this hammer thing in his hand. And that, believe it or not, is the same weapon as Thor's hammer. It's literally a cosmic weapon, if you like, a super weapon, because they are a highly advanced race. So Indra himself, the Sumerian name for the X-cross deadly weapon of Indra, has become the symbol of Gur, for hostile to destroy, with a single sign. So this thing here is a deadly weapon. Okay. It's got a dagger with a wedge handle, defined as a hew to pieces and a dead strike. So yeah, it is a super weapon, and it is also the axe or hammer of Thor. Same weapon, which he's defeating a dragon with, which is also, again, mind-blowing. So here's some of the things you can find in Britain. I'm really interested in this Archangel task, guys. I'm really interested in that. I am. So I'm going to do more research in this field because this is, well, I am anyways, what I do in my life. But you know what I mean. I need to know more. I want to know more because this is just so amazing to me that, you know, how British history is so fucking fudged and so fake. They give us the plant agents, that word is. Are you taking the piss out of us? That's worse than NASA stuff. Fuck off with that. And nowhere do they say we come from a higher civilization. Oh, no, we've evolved. And then we came to the Industrial Revolution. And then we got smart. We had horse and carts for thousands and thousands of years. In the last 200 years, everything shit out of nowhere. Like nothing could ever happen before. Because people were really stupid before us. Oh, really? We came from higher state of consciousness. We came from higher civilization. So there's Tashub, and he is a god or an angel. And they talk about the corn gods as well, which is bringing them in as well, which is just crazy. It's like you got the corn gods, you got Vader, you got Christianity. Christianity doesn't actually exist in this period, so there's no crossovers with that. Brilliant that this is, though, because Tasio or Taxi is in Vedic Hindu god creator. He's got a goat head. And how many times have we seen that? He's a creator god. He can manifest reality. Isokinesis, another superpower. Tasio in Egypt, okay, as a corn spirit. So again, even the Egyptians. Okay, spelling of the name Tasio in British coins is also in parallel with the variations of Hitto, Sumerian, and Sanskrit in the Phoenician and Greco-Phoenician coins. Very amazing evidence in this book, and I'm sure you agree. And there is the name of this saint that is quite interesting, I find, in an Ogam inscription. And Bil Taku Hura. Bil, or in this case, to Bil Chachab Ho raised this. So to Bil Chabab Ho. And that's that prayer there. But again, with that thing there is the word, which looks like I was going to say a wave pattern, but I'm thinking other thoughts now. I've just went. Anyway, let's move on. So let's show you some of these amazing, these are stone tablets that are all over the world. Now, some of the pictures that I showed you in this just now, guys, you'll be able to pick out in here. But what it is, this is 3 minutes of stones, which I can't really talk too much about. So I'm going to give you some beautiful music whilst I skip through these for 3 minutes, and then it's on with the juice. Okay, so hope you enjoy. Buckle in. It's going to be feeling nice and juicy any second. We're going to have a trip to Bonnie, Scotland. Phoenician. Upside down horseshoe. Here's in the book. Delete. Braveheart. Freedom! There can be only one. fabled. Quieten, you bagpipes, quiet. So yeah, lightning bolts, a lot of what looks like technologies and stuff that looks like Solomon sigils. I notice a lot of serpents. And one thing you will see in reading the book is the upside down horseshoe is a Phoenician sign. So in the modern day, they put it up, don't they? The horseshoe. So apparently it's a lucky chap. In Phoenicia, it is facing down, the horseshoe. And you'll see it all over these stone inscriptions. But it's really interesting, the Celtic banding. Now I look at it, it does have a bit of what you Moorish or a bit of a Eastern, shall I say, feel to it. Definitely now I look at it. I've mentioned that in the past. I'm sure I have. Look at these. What could they be? Just insane. So somebody done their due diligence here, didn't they, with these photographic, these records from these plates. They seen that they would be useful to British history. Somebody must have known, taking these, that we've been lied to. Anglo-Saxons, fucking, or whatever they say we are, is not true. Vikings. Well, that's a whole new spin. If Indra in Scotland is Thor, the Norseman, which makes sense because in 1066 we get invaded by apparently the Normans. They came from apparently France, and their name is Northmen. They're Northmen. They came from the south. Okay, whatever. So we're going to move on. There's a lot of unbelievable. You see this again with the horseshoe type shape. Animals, horseshoe type shape again. Which first I thought was red. I thought it was something to do with the rainbow, but no. And there's that double Sumerian amulet sign we've seen at the beginning. And we see a lot of fleur-de-lis as well, don't we, in these? And a lot of them resemble Solomon sigils in some regard. Look like they might be electrical circuitry. Yeah, fantastic stuff. As I'm sure you will agree. There's like so many. How many more of these is there? Oh, fucking hell. Oh, that was it. That's nearly the end. But that was the one that got me down this road of inquiry, was this Bel, the Phoenician god. And this book I will link up to you later. 1001 Clues Concerning Our Real History. So here's Brutus, King Brutus. And like I said, he's connected with Arthurian legend because Arthur is his descendant. Brutus of Britain, aka Brutus of Troy, was a Trojan king who was also the first king of Britain in Arthurian law, according to the Historia Britannicum, which was written in AD 20. Okay, so in that ancient annal, it states that he is the first king of England and that King Arthur was a descendant of this guy who was a Phoenician. And even in the King Arthur film now that they just made the remake, they show you King Arthur with Phoenician armor on, with Phoenician faces. And he's very much a Phoenician. So here he is arriving, the ship, 1,000 ships of Phoenicians, Hittites and Sumerians. But it's really strange that the Phoenician is always related to the mermaid and the well and the water. So they are as old as time. Apparently, they just been around for such a long time. They are spooky. They're anomalous. They're sneaky. They hide. Okay, and they have other people as their scapegoats, like The Romans. Look at the Romans. Look what they were up to. They've taken over everywhere. They did really well, didn't they? Well, not really. Not compared to other cultures, for example. Oh, yes, they did. They took over all of Europe. Their empire stretched so far. They used to kill people in gladiatorial purposes, and in their spare time, they used to get all their clothes off and have an orgy in the swimming baths. Yes, this is Roman ways. Like, right, yeah, and they're all on drugs. It's like, right, okay. Sounds like cultural Marxism. Shut up. Anyway. So here they are, they arrived, and they look like medieval Normans in the medieval Norman armor. When they give us these time scales, I can't help thinking that we're looking at when the classical world fell, okay, in increments. It was a biblical event, Noah's flood, okay, if you like, as well, taking out a lot of the Mediterranean area, etc. Cultures just look for somewhere else to go. And there he is there. No coinky dink that he already holds the holy hand grenade, the orb, the orbis, and he's got a scepter already. The king has an orb and scepter. And there he is. That looks like a ring, a side shot of a ring, maybe. But sorry, that's a grainy image, but that's supposed to be him as well. And they've taken a sort of Renaissance painting of Brutus of Troy, and he just looks exactly the same as Dionysus. Not sure with the furs and the quiver, but he's got the horns to go with it. But definitely the Dionysus thing going on. So in 1939, Ernest Schaeffer was sent to search for the origins of the Aryan race. He found blonde people. He found a connection to the people that were in Europe. And he found, in one place, people of great stature. That's what he says. But he did fail in his mission because the British, they were basically holding Tibet. It was their country, and they're like, yeah, no, I'm not feeling what your boss is doing. I don't think you're going to come nosing around at our super secret and our super spies and our super psychic ninja warriors that we are hiding out on the Tibetan plateau. So there was a bit of that going on. So yeah, they did, it was, they say it was pseudoscience when you go on YouTube and stuff, but the investment and everything in it, you'd think in 1945 or 1939 that we would know a little bit about our origins of Europe. No, because they're trying to find out even in this recent date. He found some things. He found some things, I bet you, especially with the llamas and the magical powers that they have. But he was the Indiana Jones of his day, bit of a movie star apparently. Anyway, search for the Aryan nation. Maybe he should have just come a little bit further west this way and he'd have struck gold, eh? That's just the way the shit trickles. Now, a new subject. Thank you, Pamela Stone, sharing out. Jason, I've got my Jason Appreciation shirt on today. Show support. I've got a phoenix on today. Okay, Liddy. So yeah, tickets for Birmingham. Yeah, it's only a £5 at the door. £3 if you get to the door, and that's for Truth Juice on Tuesday coming. That is. Hey Nora. Oh, Jason says he. Awesome. Yeah, thanks for my shirt, Jason. It's my favourite shirt. Jason actually bought it for me, just saying. It's passing through. Well, welcome, my brother. It's awesome to see you, yeah, man. Yay. Giants. So this is absolutely nuts, actually, guys, as well. So I hope you're enjoying my vlog so far, Jason. My new readings of the Phoenician origins of Britain. Brutus of Troy. It's also juicy stuff. Show us your hairy chest. Ew. You've named yourself quite well there. Ew. Okay, let's get on. Some buildings, a lot of buildings that we see from the old world are seemingly too big for us. Now, this is a bit of a cheat, this picture, because they put little dwarfs in, but this guy is no doubt a whopper. But the door that is designed for this shop, you can see that it's designed And it's got this. This could have been added later. But these doors, you'll see them everywhere. They're just too big for us. What would be the point? Yeah, unless it was because they had massive top hats. I don't know. So you can do a quick trans investigation, guys. I'm thinking strongly towards that this is an actual female. And look at that man there. Yeah, he looks like he's won all the lotteries in one go. He's the happiest little man on earth, isn't he? They're happy. It's all the same when you're laying down. They're happy. Look at them. Wine. Okay. Now, they did like a drop. Now, I was wondering this, if the healing centers, okay, I'm going to show you a discovery or two that I found in this, which is really interesting. I shared with Paranormies last night. It was on Paranormy show with Johnny and boys. It was really good. But I shared that with them. And I haven't mentioned it before. Really cool. So anyway, giant wine vats because they are backsides by nature and they like a lot of wine. But why so big? Is this for giants wine? So what we see is buildings in antiquity with massive high ceilings that are way too big for us. Okay, huge fireplaces too. You can see this guy, you know, they're coming in through the door, yeah, massive door. And why would you have artworks up in the air where you can't see them? Unless you're a giant, of course. And fireplaces as well are huge, too big for us. So, oh my God, they built this in the ancient day using horse and cart and Byzantine or monk money, Benedictine. That's right. They had all the money, didn't they, back then? So yeah, solid marble columns, gold leaf, probably gold leaf toppings on the columns. Just mind-blowing, beautiful space. But again, people are like dots. Yeah. Now these are meant to be churches. Some of these I'll show you. One thing you do not see in any Renaissance artwork of churches is seats. Pews don't exist in churches, or anything that would suggest it's to do with worship or religion at all. What you do see is people gathering in the healing center, okay, because they didn't use pharmacies and stuff. They just went in the healing centers, the healing devices. Look at this home here. Look at this vaulted ceiling, massive fireplace thing, or whatever this is. Just craziness. But again, why so big? Because the occupants were giants. They're just massive. Look at this big space, the massive fireplace. What? So, you know, can any of these people dust the top of the mantelpiece? And the fire rages, yeah, and then you got like this expensive artwork over the fire. Makes no sense. So yeah, for giants. And this is a cathedral, but as you can see, it's got a widescreen telly at the end, LCD telly at the end, showing Jesus flicks, as you do, which are awesome. Free go to Galilee. It's really big, isn't it? They got a Masonic checkerboard floor going on, but look at the size of this place. Jesus, built by monks. I wonder how they managed to get the monks managed to do the marble columns. They must have had unbelievable turning machines, and then on the back of a horse, and then put them up. Yeah, it makes perfect sense. Not these giant spaces for giant people, giant fireplaces for giant people. And they seem to be living really, really well in these times. But with the concern in the churches, so what people do, like you see here, they come in here, the organ's going, so you've got all that vibrational quality, okay? And it's bouncing off the vaulted special ceiling with technology, bouncing back and forth, going through your body, yeah, healing you. So what people do, they go into the healing centers. This is fuck all to do with religion in here, guys. Where's the pews? So they come in, they sit down with their families, and they hang out. And look at this thing. It looks like an orgonite device. And what you do, just stand under here, like people are. You get invigorated, energized, like orgonite pyramids do. Because I've had to go an orgonite pyramid, and it 100% definitely worked. I felt great coming out of it. I was like, whoa, the high was really good. So these are healing centers, nothing to do with religion, no seats, no pews, no Christianity involved in here, this place. No Jesus in here, no nothing going on like that. The healing centers. Look at this for a healing center. Again, no religion, no chairs, no pews. People are just hanging around. And what are they hanging around? An illuminated organ. What's illuminating it? Maybe it's a reflection. But you can see some light coming through here, maybe. But it looks illuminated. But anyway, it's an organ. So they're all standing under the organ. It's good for your organs, orgasms, and anything else that begins with org. It's good for. But again, these spaces, this is a cathedral, no pews, no seats. There's maybe a dead saint buried in here, but nothing to suggest that they're worshipping any deities in here at all, or any seating. People go in, they sit down, they walk around, and they get healed by the environment that they're in. And the ever-present Phoenician is Bacchus, bursting out and holding a fireplace up with two massive androns. I can't imagine a fire raging in these places with these expensive artworks and this beautiful vaulted ceiling. Look at this quality, how they lived. You see nowhere in modern times like this. Nowhere. Ow, ow, ow. Fucking knee clicked. Priests were electricians. Yeah. Yeah, they were bright sparks. So look at this world that went before us. So here's this vaulting again. This is this part. And just absolutely beautiful outdoor. And this building here. With all the antiquity. Just absolutely beautiful water features. Just pristine. Clothing, pristine. Everything out of this world. What are they doing with their spare time? They're making music. They're being creative. They're doing their... You know, what their consciousness wants to do, rather than burning up your energy for them, which is what we do now. We burn our energy up for them to make them money when we should be doing it for ourselves. So definite Phoenicia though, guys, because as you can see, that blank panel of no information, the locking mechanism thing that we've been witnessing for years. He's having, let's have a look. He's copying a feel. Oh yeah, this is good. This is getting good. So down here in the corner, it looks like there's Mercury with a caduceus. He's waving it about, but he looks like he's got a bit of the skeleton. He's got skeletor going on. These two here, again, having a little kiss. And this guy here, this guy here, okay, he's having a grab of a booby. Oh my God. Let's see more. This is getting exciting. And look at that water feature, guys. And peacocks, wherever you see peacocks, they are to do with Phoenicia, the Phoenicians. Getting in Cardiff Castle. The stations, the old stations as well. This is the old Penn Street station, as you know. It was one of the greatest stations ever, and then they just take it away and put up stupid Madison Square fucking Gardens like you want. But they had this space where, obviously, if you're a little person, you need a massive, massive, massive high ceiling with massive, massive windows. But if you were a giant, it would be just a normal room to you, wouldn't it? Instead of just this massive space. So, yeah, I know, grabbing a booby, I know, copying a feel. So they were a horny lot one day in the Renaissance period. Public services. Anyway, so we're going to look at some photos, and then I'm going to come back, and then we're going to have a little giggle, and we've got so much to get through. I did all that in, what, an hour. Which is brilliant. So Cologne, really early. Okay, we know Cologne's been splattered by the bomber commands in World War II, but they managed to splatter everything around Cologne Cathedral, but that pretty much only had a few holes in it and what have you. 1860, so proper early, you know, the American Civil War's just kicked off really early. I find it fascinating that they're so good at quality images. Healing Center, all the antiquity. Somatic windows, lead in the windows, crystal rose windows, and all of these knobbly bits on the buttresses interacting with ether, which is what it is, an ether technology, which isn't really accepted now by mainstream science. It was, though, quite a thing up until special relativity, which wasn't embraced by all circles of science, especially not in the German-speaking world. You've got aerials here. There, and something going on here as well. But look at it for beauty. So is it just for aesthetics? No, it's a technology, guys, and they're massive, these Gothic places. And so many of them have survived to the modern day. Look at that, though, in Cologne. I don't know how much of this survived Bomber Harris, you know, with his splatteroonie of Dresden and poor old Cologne. And let's not mention Hamburg. God help them. What a thing to do to people, drop bombs on them anyway. It's really weird. So maybe that's what they should do across the river in Baltimore. You know the Baltimore Bridge? Why didn't they knock up a barrage? Apparently, Caesar put one across the Rhine with his engineers in a night. They could knock up one of these and get lorries across in no time at all until they built a new bridge. That'd be my suggestion if I worked on the panel of bridge builders. Get it on. So yeah, wonderful, wonderful Cologne. That's not how the song goes at all, but it's a sheer delight to have text tonight. Oh, look at that. That's a chunky one, don't even know. Castle. I come from Wales, like I see castles like fucking other people have poos like all the time, all day long. Like from Cardiff, we got castles coming up our ears. These are amazing, these barrages. I wonder why they would have just a temporary bridge. So I want to draw something to your attention at this part of the vlog. The exposure problem that people say about in photography. Can you see these people are standing still and he's been caught? But people moving, they go ghosty, and people walking turn into ghosts, they shadow. So is that a case for all photography at 1860? Because I got photographs from this period with full action, everything's moving. I think it's down to the technology of said camera, right? Because I definitely think they do not need to do that. Limelight, minute stand there, yeah, for exposure, because that's not the evidence. I'll show you this. So choo-choo, that's the railway station. We love. Hi, Epinephrine, Martin, Mad Mercher Lord. Hi, Adam, my brother. Good to see you, my mate. And Liddy. Enjoy. Shutter speed. So yeah, this is beautiful. They got all allotments and shit outside this amazing building now. But yeah, amazing architecture. So that's a roof of something, obviously. And look at the size of that church, or whatever it is in there. So this is a bridge, I gather. Big foot on a hill. So yeah, Cologne. Never been to Cologne. Oh yeah, there it is. That's the bridge, the railway bridge. Oh, isn't it beautiful? No, it's not. Oh, right, and you can take boats through. So it comes apart, this temporary barrage thing. Boats. It might not be temporary. So that's not even Cologne Cathedral. But look at the size of it compared to the buildings all around. And it's a healing center. And it's built for giants. Yeah, that's an old world building with a Gothic feel to it. I don't know what's going on with that there. Wonderful, wonderful Copenhagen. This is not Copenhagen. I'm just singing that because it's a good song. So I don't know what this is. Is it Cologne Cathedral being knocked up? I'm not sure. Looks like there's a shitload of it missing. But you can't attribute that to Bomber Command because it's not. This is 1860. As I said, there's a lot going on for 1860 in Germany. Look at this thing. Wow. Just some monster, isn't it? And all them knobbly bits all sticking up into the ether. Whoa, look at it. I wonder what it's like inside. So, wonderful, wonderful Cologne. I'm going to come back for a minute because I'm going to get some funny stuff up in a minute. Okay, guys? I'm going to have a little giggle. Oh, God. Stop sharing. See what's going on in my community. 581 of you. Fucking hell. Oh. Life is strange, Heidi. Life is wild. Life is strange when you're hanging around with flat earth British, that's for sure. Yeah, got a bit of suntan. Fucking A. I'm gonna just black out this year. It's gonna be amazing. I'm gonna have a wicked suntan. This time last year I was in America land hanging out with Jason and we were doing awesome stuff in boiling hot whatever, but now Britain, Scotland. So yeah, I got 2 gigs in the next week or so. 2 of them in the West Midlands, and I'll show you in a minute, okay, or later on. So Marcel, good to see you. You're idiots. You blew it all up. They are idiots. But Bomber Ice was like slightly bullied. So, you know, there's that. And there's our Cheryl. Yay, sun in Wales on the way. Yeah, listen, Cheryl, we just had 4 months of like never even seen the sun. Honest to God, I woke up. I was like, what the fuck is it? What is it? And then a voice came to me. It's like, you remember, it's called the sun. It's like, it's pretty. It's nice. It's like, yeah, go out and you fucking enjoy it. So Amy, hey Martin, enjoying your conversation with Chad. Yeah, deeper conversations with Chad. You've seen that on my channel last Flaterday. It's a lovely lad. I think he's coming along Tuesday. He lives in the Birmingham area to Truth Juice, which is an awesome little venue for truthing. I've done it probably my 4th time now, I think it is, but I always love to do it. And it's a great crack in Birmingham because they're like Cardiff people. They're down to earth. They're not all fucking splendid. What? Give it another slam, Sir Michael. Just one more. What? Oh, one more. Jumpers for goalposts. Oh. And all that going on. Angela. All those knobbly bits. Knobbly bits is actually in on my website as a form or a file title of an actual subject. Knobbly bits is now a thing. I'm guessing it might be in the Urban Dictionary along with antiquity. So that'd be good. So Leafy, good to see you, my friend. Happy days to you. A wiggly double flat thumbage. So let's sort it out a minute, guys. We'll do Secret Square in a minute. Sort things out. We got obscure arts. We got flatney pics. We got epic fails. We got some weird videos. We got the Isle of Wight. We got a lot to go. Arizona, old maps and bunko booths. Oh my God, I'm never going to get fucking through it. What am I going to do? Doesn't matter anyway. Okay, guys. I'm going to share screen. We'll have a little giggle now. Leaf Free, good to see you. Hiya, Margaret. Okay. Okay, I'm going to do this. And we're going to share screen. 560 odd of you. Would you share this out? Or something? That would be really good. Get a bigger, more diverse audience over YouTube terms. Meaning, there's people doing shit all tonight and they could have a giggle with us and hang out. It'd be really good. And then they could learn some stuff. And if they're all like, then we can cheer them up as well while we're at it. You know? So that's what we do here. We support one another. It's like a beautiful, happy, bubbly support system thing of a motley crew. You're a motley crew, just saying. Okay. Here we are running down the street. So I'm not sure what Daffy Duck's doing there. Okay. And what's Daffy doing? Do they I'm not sure if they actually do masturbate, do they? Cartoon characters. I'm guessing they do. Yeah, Daffy's knocking one off. There you are. Daffy's like, ha, 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 ha. Okay. Right. Use more child cruelty. Happens all the time on YouTube. Splat. At least she run after him. But she did that. Horrible woman. Here's another horror. At least teaching your kids to ride a bike. See, it doesn't come naturally to some people. Go on, the first time ever. I feel great. Dad, look at me. Boof. There's big, deep psychological scars for the poor kid now. Here's another one. He's smashing it. I had a red buggy car. I did. God, I pestered my father for fucking years until he bought it. But he did. And I didn't like it as much then when I got it. It was weird. I enjoyed the keeping on for it more than I did the actual red thing. But I was a bit spoiled. But there you go. Fucking fortunately, the kids just caught him sort of. No, I think you really fucked that kid up. That's not good. But that's what happens when you do that stupid fucking rap dance. Fat kids should never go in swings, and here's evidence why. Okay? Because they just slip out of the chair like a lump of lard. Am I being cruel? It doesn't matter. Okay, so let's question what possessed this man to do this into the back of a van and completely fuck it up, break his legs. Yeah, he's on the sick foot. He's going to break his legs. No sex for 7 years. Yep, he's dead. He's broke his back as well. There you go. So, see, this is what you do. If you're rambling, guys, yeah, you don't get your feet wet because you've got to stay in them all day. You do not go across slippery fucking rocks because you're going to end up in face first, soaking wet. Guess what? He's in the middle of nowhere. You're going to stay like that all fucking day. Crying. See, you can see he's not a professional rambler. She's not a professional faller. She couldn't even catch a nice face slam. Oh, she's going, she's going, she's going, she's going. Ooh. She falls with style, though. I'll give her that. Okay. Now, I'm doing this because it's flat Earth British and it's because I can. Okay. It's bunny rabbits loving. Yeah. So we're going to have a little bunny rabbit. Oh, bunny rabbits loving. Look, they love you. Bunny rabbits love you. They love one another. Oh, this is a pussycat loving on a bunny because they're irresistibly soft and bunny-like. Woof, woof, woof. Ah, you love a bunny. We're just going to get into that cat there. He's going to give you. Whoop. I love the way rabbits flop. They just flop all of a sudden. They're like, I love you. I want to cuddle, flop. And that's it. Ah, there they are again. Okay. And they smile as well. Look at the little smile on that rabbit's face. I love you. I love you too. Yeah. How very fucking dare they kill Bambi? And how very dare they like Thumper? It's obviously a toy, but that rabbit, I love that rabbit. Anyway, never go jogging like this, guys. If you are going to go jogging like this, wear a different top. Jesus. No one's got glasses on. She's got 2 black eyes. Nah, she haven't got 2 black eyes. But one thing she is doing really well is jiggling her boobs. And that's why we're saving it. Tune on your mind, relax, and float downstream. It is not dying. Well, it might be. Okay. Transformer. Whoa, look at that. Girl robot. Boing. Transformers have sex, guys. How do you think little transformer cars like Bumblebee get born? How do you think that happens? Yes, they have a robo-stiffy. Like this. So what do you make of this mushroom? It's like a dick's room, isn't it? And it ejaculates a web of net. Don't get too excited now, ladies. It's a mushroom. Anyway. Infinity and beyond. Fuck that. Bring me Bo Peep. Bo Peep? Bo Peep, where are you? Fucking infinity and beyond. I go to fucking space. Bo Peep, get your ass. See what happens when I touch my wheelie. It goes like this. Ping. Ping. See? Even Donald Duck touches himself. So this is what happens to buildings when they are aroused. They reassemble and they go boing. Let's see that again. Cool. Look at it. Cool. Boing. Excellent. Excellent. My hands. Oh, fucking hell. I better knock one out quick. Oh, fucking hell. I tried practicing that. I'd see if I could do it. It didn't actually work, but I might do it again with a camera for YouTube for short. Anyway, what are you doing, Prince? What are you doing? Look at Prince. He's wanking a guitar. Oh, what are these ladies doing? Oh, they're practicing. Wanky motions. Oh, there's Elvis. He just squirted champagne in a lady's face. Bet he's done that once or twice. Ooh, let me polish this knob. Really shiny for an advert. I'll do it. It looks exactly like a bell end. Okay. Oh, I'm in the orgasmatron. Oh, fucking hell. I'd love me a flip-flop or a sandal. So this poor turtle, he's fallen in love with a plastic sandal. It's not reciprocating, but it's all right. He's happy. First thing you do with a robot arm, check out speed 1. You've got speed 2 and speed 3 with your robot arm. Okay. First practical application for your robot arm, your bionic arm. No, it was setting 1 for Steve Austin, guys. Let's have a look at that turtle. Ooh. Ooh, you're such a lovely sandal, and you're my colour. Reveal that natural glow. Polish it. Elvis knew exactly what he was doing there. He's like, look, it's not my fault. I'm Elvis. That's whatever. So Prince I'm disgusted with. But I'm happy with Buzz. I'm happy with Buzz. Buzz Aldrin. I was going to say Buzz Aldrin. Buzz Lightyear. Infinity and beyond. Elvis lit. Elvis, you know it. Elvis has just left the building, by the way. It's me now again. It ain't over till the fat lady sings, and there ain't 1 year. Oh, fucking hell. Excuse me. Anyway, the emergence of a high civilization. Now, this book is really interesting. I'll share it with you in a bit. And it's this, which is actually really good clueage. Contrasts or parallels between noble edifices of the 14th and 15th centuries and similar buildings of the present day, showing the present decay of taste. So they're saying, like, from these, we're comparing our buildings now to the buildings of, and that's in 1812 to 52, of the buildings of, like, the cathedrals we just saw, the 14th and 15th century, and saying, ours now are absolutely shit. It's basically what they're saying. But look at this building on top, and then all of that underneath. I wonder if they would be like that. So look at that. There's some absolutely stunning images in these books, though, guys. And I'll share with you after. Architectural taste, that is. Look at that. And yeah, there's so many images in here as well. Really cluey. Look at that for a beautiful image, guys. Look at that. And that's just the title page. Seems like there's something fucking stuck in my throat. Oh, fuck. Okay, better. Rumpty Toodle, Pina Colada, half a pound of muesli. So, yeah, they show you these cathedrals, and you do not see in any cathedrals, in any Middle Ages era, any graves in cathedrals, because basically they don't bury people outside in graveyards until at least 1800s. Sorry, their side profile. Anyway. So, yeah, I'll share that with you after. It's good clueage, and you can actually read this as well, because it's in the Queen's English, but it is Old English. But, yeah, these churches here have no graveyards, and none of them ever do. But we're moving on. Contrasts of chapels compared to what they built in that period. And then add knobbly bits to no knobbly bits. You've got to have knobbly bits, guys. That's what's important in this world. Okay. It's all about the knobble. You know this, don't you? Okay, let me bring up these next images. Okay, 500 of you are still watching. Okay, we got quite a bit of juice to go through, guys. Buckle in. I'm going to show you some crazy videos now that I've saved for you. And loads more images. Like literally hundreds more, actually. So, as I said, if you would, please share this out. Oh, fuck me. Just going to make my pictures a bit smaller. Okay. Because I miss you. Okay, we're going to look at, next, we're going to look at a bit of obscure art, because that is really interesting. Historical interest there. 2 seconds. Make sure to share this out if you would, and all those good YouTube things that they do. We'll talk about. First, these crazy videos. A spooky find. Who wants to see a spooky find? Yeah? Do you want to see a spooky find? Okay, we'll do that then. We'll do a spooky find and some other stuff that I've been looking at. Okay. We're going to look at that obscure art in a minute, but first, we're going to look at spooky find. Somebody found this on Google Earth. I found it really trippy. I'm not sure. It's not like AI. It's like he's doing like anybody can do, just like mag in on Google Earth. So it's not really set up. So, yeah. You can eat this, whoever it is, mags down on what looks like, I don't know, fucking maybe New Mexico, I don't know, California way. or maybe Nevada. But look at this, right? So I'm thinking, oh, like it'd be Area 41 type affair, because you see loads of these all over New Mexico and Arizona, don't you? Yeah. So he finds this little place, and it's got like a maze or a spiral. So you can go down there. Let's have a look. So it's this weird stone circle, a guy standing there in a sheet, and a fuckload of other people standing in sheets that don't look like they're moving. So I don't know what to make of that. And why would you set that up? And how trippy is that? And what's the stone circle? I don't know. There's some strange cults out there. It might be just that. I don't know. But weird is not the word. Excuse me. Fucking hell. Spells and lemon smells. Okay. There's another video I want to show you here, right? That I noticed. No, I'm gonna space fakers are just getting on my fucking nerves now. They don't even bother anymore. Okay, they just do it so deliberate. We got some space fakers here. Apparently, these unfit fuckers, they're not superhuman astronauts like they're supposed to be. It's like somebody you'd see queuing at the post office. They're just ordinary people. So, but they're not, because they're astronaut actors. So this is on the IFS, the International Fake Station. Now, note, yeah, their belts, they're all doesn't tight because they got square bodies, because people have naturally square bodies. Now, watch said globe. He has an inflatable globe below his arm. And watch their faces. Oh, what happened to your 0G there then, mister? Watch their faces. Like, oh, shit. They all did that. And, oh, watch this, right? Oh, all right. No fucking 0G. And watch their faces like, yeah, let's just write on there. Oh, fucking stupid. Anybody won't know. Yeah, we're supposed to be in space. We can't even lie well. So, after all these years, I can't believe people bother anymore. Should they just fuck off and do something else instead of space stuff? I really mean that, guys. It's like there's loads of really interesting things you could do with reality other than pretending to go to a vacuum. It's shit. And only us lot can go there. And I don't want, even if I could go there, if they offered, which they wouldn't, because it's impossible because it doesn't exist, I wouldn't want to go there. So space is gay. Everybody knows that. Space is LGBT, bro. Fuck yeah. They have rocket ships with rainbows on. Fuck off. So yeah, these are of Arizona. A place I loved it in Arizona. They had juicy weather. But it's a reset world. Look at this building here. Looks like a bit of Rome, doesn't it? For the Arizonians. Look at that building there. So I'm guessing you could attribute some of this to the... Well, it's supposed to be the Spanish, isn't it? So what do you think of that there? Ancient, whatever it is, Montezuma. Is this a melted building or something? Is that halls? The ancient halls of Montezuma. So if that's the halls of Montezuma, like the movie title, Wiggly Flat Thumbs, Jamie. Wiggly Flat Thumbs. What's that? That's the halls of Montezuma. Must have stuff inside it then, guys. It needs further research, that does. Come to Arizona and explore with you. Is it here? Ooh, Epi Efren says. It is a building. Oh my shit, look at that. See, we went to well, it's supposed to be like a really old church. We went with Jason, the whole crew. We went. It was Pesco National Park, Pecos National Park. But it took us no time at all to work out the thing was fake, and it was put on a concrete slab. But I don't think that's the case for these buildings. What an unusual mud brick, and then it's got the red brick on top. Look at that thing. Looks like the top of the building. Looks like the rest is in the mud, which is indeed what's outside, mud. So I wonder if there's any of these left over Arizona. Interesting little window there in the wall. That's your room. And there's inside, eh? Very beautiful. Masterpieces and everything in these places. Look at that. Something missing off that one. Looks like it's taken some damage in the past. But, you know, these double Tauruses, one there, one there. It's definitely a Phoenician feel to this. But look at it. It's just beautiful big building. And it's like them ones we see in Russia, just out in the mud. And that looks like mud there. Let me mark up on that. This is mud. This is a big pile of mud with grass on top. Outside the wall. They dug all the rest out, but they haven't dug that out. I wonder where all these bits of stone are everywhere. They're all over America. I kept thinking when I was in America, you see all these millions of boulders that it's like, yeah, there's all your like pyramids and all your buildings from the ancient world. They got like that's and I think like the reason like say for example Mexico is covered in pyramids and stuff. Yeah, across the Gulf of Mexico, Texas doesn't have pyramids and stuff. It's because when they were pyramids and all that were being built, I think America was still ruined and underwater, and that's why they didn't have them there. There are still some pyramids that they know of. So let's have a look at some pretty English countryside. I haven't been here, but the king of, in case you don't know, the king of the Isle of Wight, which is an island off the south coast of the British Isles, beautiful island. The king of this island is David Icke, the truther, if you can call him that. David Icke is king of the Isle of Wight, but I've never been there. I really love to. And it's, look at this. This looks like Wales, though, to be honest. Don't miss out with beautiful scenery. I live in the most beautiful country you can imagine. Our old fort thing there. And these are called needles. Okay, and they're like a chalk geographical anomaly, basically, the needles. And there's a famous lighthouse, Needles Lighthouse at the end. Look at the size of that building. Osborne House. So I've heard of that. They have concerts in Osborne House, don't they? Oh, yeah, that's near where the Isle of Wight Festival used to be held. Osborne House, yeah. Where Jimi Hendrix did his epic thing. Totally needless. Yeah, it's totally crazy, isn't it? Ostentatious insanity. Okay. That's a nice seafront, but a wooded pier. And the sea looks really, really blue. Oh, very, very nice. Look at that. Loads of hotels on the seafront. Royal Pier Hotel. Oh, the beautiful times. Let's have a look, see if there's any clues. Wrought iron antiquity there. Look at that. Wow, very nice. You got the American flag, and what is the American flag? And I'm guessing the flag of the Isle of Man and the British flag. So you got the American flag flying in the Isle of woohoo. Can I hear a woohoo for the United States in the Isle of Wight? I said man then. I meant white. White man. Oh, they got a big bridge here. I wonder what that is. Another American flag. What bridge is that? Oh, it's a pier. So we got two American flags. Maybe it's just a lot of American people living in the Isle of Wight then. I know a load of them went to Tenby in West Wales and lived there. And during the, I know this sounds crazy, but that's an official narrative. During the Revolutionary War, apparently America invaded Britain. Yeah, I shit you not. Apparently they brought a ship around to the east coast of England and invaded a small town there in the north of England. Only they got on with the residents, got pissed up with them, and then decided to stay and marry the women. And then all of the people in this small northern English town are American descendancy from this invasion force in the Revolutionary War. So according to the official narrative. Oh, it's beautiful, isn't it? Who fancies a nice holiday to the Isle of Wight? Look at this. With the balconies. All out in the grass. How beautiful is that? And a nice stone wall. Oh, imagine outside your house. A nice bit of antiquity on the little house there. Ah. It's lovely there. Obviously, these are colorized because, you know, when these were done, they were black and white. There's a nice cliff staircase. You get bird shit on your head. Not necessarily, though. You get attacked by a puffin. They don't attack no one. Puffins are lovely, man. They just like little penguins. They just snuggle into you and stuff. Look at that church. That's a bonkers church, isn't it? So we've seen some wondrous things, but I've got hundreds more images to go through, so I'm going to have to get it on. Whoa, look at that. That's beautiful. I haven't got a spire, though. It's got a little tiny bell. A load of Dannies. Load of Dannies outside. Danny Dyers. Yeah, Dyers. He died. Fucking coward. Cowards. Should have staged it and fought him. Fucking dying, you copper outer. What's that? Castlebrook Castle, which is a Motte and Bailey, which they attribute to the Normans. We have one here, a Motte and Bailey Cardiff Castle. They say it was built by Normans. Check her out with the Sphinx. Oh, lovely. Jolly hockey sticks. What? Yes, it's beautiful, isn't it? Because you not look at me. I'm not looking at you. Look away. Please don't look me directly in the eyes. That's one thing they didn't like to do. Look at directly in the eyes. It's like attacking them or something. Please look away. They feel like they might get infected by people syndrome. I don't want to be like you. I don't want to be one of the people. So yeah, beautiful. Clap, 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 clap. Well done, you people who live in that place, you lucky fuckers. Let's moving on. These are some obscure ads. Now, I found a group on Facebook, and all I can make out, this woman had thousands of images, so I saved them. Her name was Kay. All I could make out is she likes girls. She lives in Mexico, but she's got fantastic taste in art. I picked up a lot from her art taste about her personality, actually. A bit of a, you know, I can do that. You can tell a lot about a lady by the content of her handbag, if she's got one. It was a Happy Martin, no Sphinx. Oh, right, a Happy. Yeah. So this is on an old East Asian bas relief. But this guy seems to have a gun in his hand, but apparently they aren't invented back then. So let's decode the jester, Janus. He's doing the old Baphomet with his fingers, maybe. He seems to have a vagina in his hand. Interesting. Something all men want. And he's breathing homunculus. He's got a cock in a jar. A lady there, mini lady. And this thing with a big fucking head. What else have we got going on? Obviously, he's got the scales. He's weighing a heart and a blindfolded ginger. And there's a foot as well. Somebody being defeated. Oh, a titty. Oh, did I say out loud? A boob on a cake tray. A walking cake tray. Well, that's trippy. What does it mean? I don't know, but I thought the vagina in the hand was a lovely touch. Message in a bottle, yeah. I wonder if that's why they call her a bottle. It's nice though, isn't it? I don't know if I'm having one of them. Right, here's a Masonic thing. So there's the left hand or the right hand way. And this is the narrow and broad road of Masonic Rite. Welcome to our Masonic city. All the way up to the end of the world. Which is a big part of their narrative, is the apocalypse and the burning of culture. There's a Salvador Dali's The Last Supper. Ginger, Jesus again, so you seem to know a thing. Maybe Jesus actually posed for this picture for Salvador Dali, who even knows? If anyone could do it, Salvador Dali could. And yours is highly pissed off. What? Are they on a deck of a hovercraft or something? It's really weird windows, modern, aren't they? Anyway, his disciples, they're a bit pissed off because He's going to get killed. So, the ocean of honey. Okay, I'd be naked as well, bro. Fucking definitely. And the sky. The sky of leaking honey nipples. This beautiful thing. Anyway. Ooh, the taste of honey, honey. We all, come on. We all like a taste of honey, don't we? I do. What? Japanese banshee birds. I'm gonna fucking burn your brain out with my scream. Oh. What's the most annoying sound in the world, guys? Do you know what it is? Wow, what's going on with this sheep? Let's have a look. So do you know these? They used to swing, the angels swing these incense thing. I think there's drugs in them. I think they're all getting fucked. So what's important about, oh my God, it's leaking blood. So don't tell me in comments what it means. I'm sure Jesus isn't a sheep. Maybe leads the sheep. I don't think he is one. But all of the angels are there, so that's good. All angels are blonde and ginger. Don't they do brunette or dark angels? Or black angels? Where's all the black angels in Renaissance art? So there they are. They're all getting together, getting down by the well to go and worship a lamb. And look at the cities in the background. Futuristic was then. We think it's the past. It's not. So I don't know if this is a Sphinx or what kind of Sphinx this is. It was penned up in, I don't know, 1971. It's modern. But I thought it was quite striking. Hi, Bugman. What's happening? Yeah, see all these people who are really vain and they like, you know, basically wear false eyebrows, silicone in their titties and lips. One day, not in the not too near future, they're going to look in the mirror and that is what's going to be looking back at them. Like, I'm going to need a facelift again. And eventually you'll end up like Madonna in a really bad case. I think this is a Mexican painted mural, but I love it. You stare at it for a bit, your eyes go funny though, I noticed. I think there's more going on, like a 3D picture, but it's not. There's another Sphinx woman. She's beautiful though. She's really fluffy too. But her hair's lovely. A mane, I should say. But look at that nose, right, guys? Check how straight it is. Big pearl earrings, a Phoenician. Why are they part cryptid? She's got a pet. What can you call a goat with a horn? Don't know. But she's in silk. She's got massive jewels, but she's holy. She's shining. She got the vibration. She's lit. She's lit up. This is when consciousness is in a higher state. Can you imagine how fine you feel every day? You have fantastic clothes and fantastic everything, and the food's not full of chemicals, and the air's clean. There's no electromagnetic weird shit going on. So here's a pre-Raphaelite artwork of night. And these three women were also, there's one brunette, they're showing you night in a crystal ball. The three witches and the crystal ball. This is Babylon. This is the goddess Babylon. She got horns as well, and rubies for eyes, and a belly button as well, a navel. And well. I find it really interesting that all sirens and all mermaids are ginger in all the narratives. And I find it really interesting that we see them coming out of wells like the Melusine. And I've mentioned 1,000 times, oh, well, welcome. You know, welcome to the machine. Welcome. It's like, did they come out of wells? What do we live in? Well, we dwell. What? Dwelling. Like D-well. We live in a D-well. There's just so many things to do with wells in the narrative. And then you get these mermaids. All right, let's have a look at this. I wonder what she got smoking in that pot. I don't know. I'd try. As long as it's not poison. So this is an oil on canvas painting, but she looks like a photograph. It's a bit crude, but if you're standing further away, it looks all right. This is how art works, apparently. Beautiful red hair, though, on that. Love that tone. Whatever it is. Homunculus, it was homunculus. Here is the breeding of human beings in vials using sun and moon, and specific words have to be spoken as well. Don't look at his eyes, guys. Don't look at his eyes because you won't sleep tonight. Yeah, this is what happens when you take magic mushrooms and watch Flat Earth British. Yeah, so I got tracers. Fuck me, they're really good. I haven't actually taken anything, but wow, it looks like I actually have. Look at that owl with the laser beam eyes. So we got skeletons inside us. Isn't that weird? Yeah, I wonder if the skeletons will just like walk around on their own, talk to one another, and, you know, dance, totem dance. Can't believe we're fucking skeletons. Prove it. Prove I got a skeleton inside me, because I can't fucking see it. Yeah. No, because all is mind, you see, and life's an illusion. So I haven't got a skeleton, and nobody's actually there. Is there anybody out there? Just knock if you can hear me. So this is a Van Eyck picture. I've shown many times, but I find it fascinating that the earliest Phoenicians, it's like that nose. She looks like a gelfling of that crystal. It's, how can she have this straight bone which goes all the way up into her forehead? That's hardly a human characteristic, is it? You see it? And Van Eyck's not going to be shitting up his artworks. The guy was fantastic. Just craziness. Ooh, let's find out what's below the waves. Okay, we don't know anything about below the waves. Okay, I know there's fish down there, but apparently there's a nice pair of legs. So I'm going to go diving. I'm going to take a dive. Don't look at his eyes, guys. Did you look at his eyes? Shit. Nathan, you didn't look at his eyes. Much love, my brother. Debbie, don't look at his eyes. You're going to turn into stone, and you will not. She looks clean. She looks fucked. Squirrel sniper. But that's the Gorgon for you, isn't it? Yes, that's the Gorgon for you. Anyway, we're moving on. Flaterday picks. Okay, we're going to go into flattening picks. We got a lot of these to get through. Okay. Flattening picks. 200 flattening picks. How many people have I got? 550, 48 of you watching. Thank you. 47. Somebody just ran away. Oh, no, they turned to stone. Shit. I hear Isabella. What's happening? Isabella. Good Hendrix song, Isabella. Hey, Isabella. Don't go like that. I can't remember exactly how it goes. It doesn't matter. It's not important. Our Jimi Hendrix songs go on Flat Earth British, but it is. It's very important. Nice prog album cover. Oh, it would be Antimatter. A Yes cover. So he's like, see this? We didn't build all this shit. So these are obviously survivors, and there's the wrecked classical world. You have to rediscover everything, including the church machines, and start cleaning the place up. Okay. They used to hunt emu like this big in Papua New Guinea. Somebody took a photograph. His head don't look real, but it is real. And look how much meat is on there. Anyone ever ate ostrich? I bet it's fucking lovely. But you couldn't get an oven big enough to put it in. Just to build a specific fire. I'm sure they got it down in the jungle of cooking emu. Or an ostrich. If it's an ostrich, I can't tell the difference. But I'd say an emu. Looking at Rod Holland emu. What about this? AI? Or a real image? I think it's AI generated. I couldn't find any listing for it when I dragged and dropped it. Anyway, here is the verdict battles invader of Krishna, and he's taking out an evil soldier of Arjuna. It's not Arjuna. And he's using a thing which looks exactly like a taser. So it sticks in you and has sparks, exactly like a taser. So I think he's tasered him, wouldn't you say? Yeah, AI, Marianne. Yeah, you can see there's no shit like that. And I would have seen it before anyway. It's a laser or something, Kay. I think it's a taser. It looks more like. It's definitely got sparks coming out of it anyway. So what do you see there? See anything? It's like Jason's vapor canopy world. Look at this, right? Down there. is a man. Look at the size of those leaves, guys. Imagine if they were Ganja leaves. How wonderful life would be. Mind you can't get off on that, can you? Okay. And above all, lesson of this week, okay? One lesson is that there's always consequences for shitty actions in this world, and nobody likes a fucking stoolie in the world. Stoolies are like pond scum. They're the worst of the worst. Nobody likes a fucking grass. In my world, grasses are fucking don't even breathe in my world. So no, grasses. Grasses, that's your asses. Look at this. That's like a seed. What would you say that is, guys? Can you see the indentation in there? I think it's a seed. From a seed to a tree. So old railway stations worldwide, a lot of them in Europe and London, especially with Paddington, or just Waterloo, Liverpool Street. They got these London Bridge. They got these massive steel and glass crystal palaces. Were they the original for the trains? Because that makes no sense to me, really. All of that, less lighting, yeah, looks nice, yeah, but again, repurposed. So fake. That has to be a fake, hasn't it? So how did he get up there, guys? And he's standing on the what exactly? Do you think he's doing that? I don't think he's doing that, guys. That's just fucking stupid. Nobody's doing that. How's he going to get back down? Think about it. He'd be a fucking dead man. What's the point? Oh, so this is in New York, but look at this before New York's all developed. It's a beautiful little house with a garden. It's one of the last in this area. I got another picture of this later on to survive the old world of New York. But again, the mud flood window underneath, elevated door. So these are from Copenhagen, yeah, 1878, and they show a beautiful world, but they are moving images. Whatever camera he is using, it hasn't got any problem. And I'd say it was a concealed camera because that guy's not looking. None of them are looking. He hasn't got any problem with the development process. Interesting in this thing behind these two ladies. Can you see that? So this is in Kristiansand, old Oslo. This is Oslo. Excuse me, Oslo. Kristiansand in Oslo. And they are doing very nice indeed. They don't know if the camera is concealed. No problem with exposure, ghosting at this early period in time. Tram has just come along, I think. Look at her. She's looking at him, but she's not she looks quite modern. She's in a hurry. See how they all cover up, though? They don't show any skin except for the face, do they? The back of their hands. Very exciting. Okay. So this building here, built in Paris, right? I'm wondering, again, it's there, isn't it? It's just, did they build it? Or did they just add in this bit here? Or there's a bit to block and stuff. And they block the road off. But again, you don't see it built from the bottom up. It's just there, isn't it? Anyway. And that thing out in the middle of Shitsville with stone and mud and everything all around it, that big, massive building. That's also in Norway. This bugged me. I can't mag up, but if you look in the background of this image here, you can see loads and loads and loads of lines. Some of them have stuff sticking out of them. He's here. They're all there, and they're on the hill there. What could they be at that period of time? Lots and lots and lots and lots of aerials. I don't know. It's really unusual. Really, really unusual. And look at that on top of that bank building. That's a really big entrance to that bank as well, compared to the people. They're tiny, aren't they? Well, the antennas, yeah, but crazy, isn't it, for that early period? Look at the size of that building. Absolutely massive. And look at that, all of that below ground level. The road's up here. Just massive old world buildings. So they used to do this in photography. You used to go into a photographic studio. They used to green screen you or just show a fake image behind. Look, we're in a boat. This is like early migrant issues in an old picture. And you've got Uncle Sam. Okay, so this is America. And then this boat here is dumping out direct from the slums of Europe daily. And then we got all these people like mafia and anarchists and socialists. We got socialists, commies, and we got mafia and anarchists flooding our streets. And it's exactly what happened. They're not all dishonest, obviously. Advertising in the 1950s, DTT is good for me. I don't know if that's what the tune went like, but yeah, DTT is good for you guys. Get it down here. Don't do that. Don't take DTT, obviously. It's not good for you. So that is something you could do with your books. Put them outside for a bit of extra insulation in the winter. What happens if it rains? It must be a hot country. It's water mantis. It's going to bite your head off. Oh. So these balls have been seen in Nova Zelanda in Russia or in Central America, Honduras, and they're here on this beach. And they are perfectly spherical balls that are all over the place in the world. Oh, I'd love to live in that stuff, or in wherever, Holland, I think this one is. But look, you've got a house with your grass. How do they grass the outside of the Starfort, guys? But they did. And yeah, you can have a little house with a Starfort, your own very own garden Starfort. I would fucking love that. My own fucking Starfort garden. Fuck yeah. Come and take me. So this is something you see in a lot in these old images as well. It's hairy men, hairy women too. It's like, come and get me, I couldn't give a fuck, I'm hairy. Like real Yetis, basically. So these women are affected by lunacy, apparently, according to the inscription. I don't speak French, but influence of Luna. So they're under the influence of Luna, and they've gone a bit fucking nutty. Yeah, the men, they don't know what to do with themselves. So. Okay, this church is a little bit big, isn't it? The people are really, really tiny, but they're standing because there's no chairs at that period. Wow, I wonder how they got that curtain thing up there. Whew. And here's a design, as you can see, a schematic, a blueprint for one of these beautiful churches. And you can only appreciate, firstly, the first thing I thought is it looks computer generated. It looks like one of those advanced 3D generating machines they used to use on computer games. And it does. It looks exactly like that. I'm wondering if it's that much complexity and technology and mathematics gone into building one of these old churches, then they might have been designed like that. And then it really 3D printed. How do we even know? So these plaques here are window designs, okay, that have been taken. Look at this for a window design. I think they're in the Arab world. I think they're in Iran. The intricacy in these windows. Just freaking insanity. Look how beautiful it is. Behold. Flower of Life. I can see all sorts going on in that one, but definitely beautiful geometric shapes. That one's Flower of Life. Wow, so beautiful. On that one. Perfect geometry. And they look like Starforts as well. Obviously, they've got Starfort shape to them. So that's Amiens Cathedral taking a hit in the war. It's all right. They tarted it up and then it got hit again, World War II. But it'll be all right then too. It's all right. So there's a school of art in the 1800s and late 1700s, which shows you what the world was like in Armageddon times, when the classic world, the Greco-Phoenician world, fell. And these are all the survivors. They just wash their clothes in rivers. Look at this. Imagine the level of Armageddon to do this to these buildings. Earthquakes. And then flood. volcanoes, the whole thing. Interesting, you don't see any religious iconography with any of these, but one thing you do too is you see Phoenician gods and Mercury. And look at this pyramid, guys. Yeah, this is supposed to be, you know, Egypt then for a pyramid, yeah? So what's with the grass and the fucking deciduous trees? This isn't Egypt at all. You don't grass in Egypt, you've got sand. And the door going into it. So we'll just presume that's not Egypt and they got pyramids everywhere. And that was the bunker. Pyramids, I've said it before, they're Noah's Arks. Okay, I think they were for the people to survive Armageddon. They knew it was going to come. And look who was on the plinth with Caduceus, Mercury. Fucking, this is getting so clear. It's just how much proof do people actually need that this is the case, man? All of that official narrative, historians are going to have to fucking stop it because the real truth's known now. This is how you sneak up on the enemy. They're firing shit at you and it pings off, don't bother you. It's brilliant. I bet they're giggling. So we have got Black King Queen here in the past. Queen Abba. I don't know if Abba's her name, but she's got a scepter and she's got the holy hand grenade because she is a queen. A wiggly sword. So I don't know what that do. Tickle you probably, but beautiful. Probably made of a special material that I can't identify. Probably took 1,000 years to pound in like a Kawabashi sword. Okay, this is a Phoenician sort of setting, isn't it, with the boats? What's happening up there? They're carrying a reliquary into a bunco booth. Can't see too much going on there. Okay, these are from old books. Check this out. This is the Middle Ages, and they're looking at diving, full diving suits in the Middle Ages. They were walking along the sea bottom. So I don't know what's happening with this old Phoenician relief, a painting of this woman with a laurel leaf of control, a pair of wings, and whatever that implement is, which it doesn't look like a musical instrument at all. Fish. This is a fish holding a vajra. They know what a vajra was for, whoever designed that. And this is a contemporary piece, by the way. So what happens with this sword? So that's a weird sword, isn't it? Do you stick it in and then it just goes curls all the way around and then you pull it out again? No, because you're not going to be able to, because I don't know how that sword would work. No, I can't get it. I don't understand that one. And they show you about antiquity in some of these old books as well. The power of the orb on top, underneath the resonator. And the resonator is picking up the plasma charge because it's a phoenix. The phoenix is plasma. So here's a multinational fleet in this picture. It's a bit scratchy, but you've got the Muslims alongside what looks like the Tartars and the Turks. I think that's a flute in his hand. They all got the laurel leaves on, haven't they? And these are walls in Pompeii, by the way. They survived the pyroclastic flow. He's got one of those convex mirrors we see all over Phoenicia. Oh, God. Melicillin firing out fucking flames out of its legs or its fins on top of a church. And they've also got flames there, and there, showing you that these things were energy harvesting. I don't know. It's a little vajra bit on the end. I don't know what it's for, but I got a feeling it may healed you along the lines of, like tuning forks sort of thing. If you placed it on your kneecap, for example, it would ease pain. Like that. And you got the phoenix again up there, guys. Right where the resonators go. Coinky dink? I think not. So yeah, you got Tarian, the Knights of the Crusades, and all these other flags. The flags we got today are nothing like the flags of old. But look at the gold and the brass on these beautiful ships. I don't know. That's off of one of these old Phoenician paintings. And what is that? Can't work it out. I haven't seen anything like it, but if I was to hazard a guess, I'd say it was some sort of technology. So there's that big wine cask again. It's in France. Insanely big. It's there in the modern day. You can see it today. Nano, more calling Orson, come in Orson. What lesson have you learned today? Well, I've learned that Flaterday is very awesome, very juicy, and we see great wonders. So I think on the battlefield, they were doing radio communications with their aerials on their hats. Look at this in the old days, all of that finery. And they all look lovely and got nice stuff and no poverty, nothing like that going on. They're all off their heads on drugs, though, I'm just saying. So these are Tians, maybe. They're Arabic, but I think they're hookers. I don't mean prostitutes, I mean pipes to smoke through. But they are massive, because these are doors here, look. So are they hookers for giants? Hookers for giants, guys. Muslim hookers for giants. Ah, you fucker, you out-trumped me. You have a fucking fasces, and I just have an axe. So he's just got an axe. Yeah, these Sumerians. And this guy here has got the old laser beam fasces of Zeus bolts. Nano. More calling Orson, come in Orson. Okay. Take a look in the mirror. Take a look. Take a look how beautiful you are. Go on. Your mother wants to talk to you. Again, with the ginger. Don't know. Just seeing if I can see anything in the mirror. There's a face there of somebody completely different. Check that out. The person who's painting. You can see it better there. There's a man's face there with a beard. He put himself in the artwork. It was interesting. Let's colour green. So you put that on your head, no one is going to fuck you. You turn up on a battlefield in the modern day with that. Nobody, maybe the Russians should have worn them taking on the Afghanis who wouldn't have got their asses fucking kicked so bad. So there's the M again. I don't know if it's Medici or Martin. That's where it is. Thank you, Marcel. Merci beaucoup. Yeah, so this is a helmet, Phoenician lion. It's going into battle in the old days. Okay, so this bunko booth or this water feature thing with a clock on it covered in antiquity, is that really a water feature underneath? I'm not sure. And what kind of technology they really were is unsure to me, but they are all over antiquity. I'll show you some bunko booths shortly after this. Lightsaber Kerry, yeah. So that's in Moscow. Look at that thing on there. And look at the lampposts, the decoration on everything. Yet, just mud and grass outside, guys. And they built all that wrought iron, all them lampposts, all that decoration. And they got fucking mud and a path. No infrastructure. Whatever these bunko booths are, they're really old. There was a room in this one. Maybe water feature underneath. A smaller bunko booth with dome next to it. And this one, it's got a dome with some sort of resonator. Interesting, aren't they? I think it's not just to go and pray in. It's some technology at play here. Excuse me. Here's the angelic hosts. Now, we got one playing the bagpipes that look like her breasts. Now, what we find about these angels is, do you see anything in common with our celestial hosts playing music? Anything in common? Yes, they all have wings, but they are all ginger. Why is that? Phoenicians are all ginger. Angels are all ginger. Everybody's ginger or fair. Except for this guy, he's turning up. He's saying, what, go on? And he's a knight. He's got a head. He's shining too because he's a holy dude. And this guy's like, oh shit, I'm not holy. I'm unholy. I ate babies. I had a BBQ. That's what he's thinking. Here's Phoenician vase. And if you can see, they left the bust and a little wheelie as well for some reason. Huh. So that fireplace there, right? It's got a steel plate behind it, no fire or burning, yeah, and all of this artwork above a fireplace with smoke and raging fire. See, that's sensible. No, I don't think it's sensible. I think there was something else going on in there, like anderons or some sort of heating. So this is like a Hathor, but again with the little wiener thing going on. It's really weird. Look at these fucking motley crew. Yeah, it's like, yeah, you better fucking carry it. Is this a little baby? Yeah, it's a human baby. Eventually, it'll become one of us evil fuckers. So he's got flames coming out of his weapon, and two veiled, bonded. This Cherabanuski is like, he's like Ted Bundy of Cherabanuski land. They're evil. Told you about that. What's written on this? Try to identify it. I come to the conclusion that this is something to do with it's an antique artifact. Is this something to do with needlework? Because that looks like a needle. And these things, you know, maybe for separate threads. Old record player. Oh, hang on. You got me thinking now. I don't know. Resonator, Nancy. It could be. Club clasp. That's good, Adam. Oh, I don't really know. Honestly, I think it is something to do with needlework, though. So let's have a look at these resonator on this old Russian covered in mud outside building. And you got 3 bells and all of these amazing resonators above. So the bells and resonators working together. Oh, look at this holy technology. Use a load of papal people. I don't know what looks like some Stoics or something. Recognize that banding? Seen it on the Celtic stuff early on stones, didn't we? So what are they looking into? Oh, right. Okay, we've got subjects. Okay. Moralism. Okay, I get it. Okay. There's the Pope. And this thing on the altar has got like a light or just a bulb or something. And he's pointing up to the sky. So how would you get such great technology? It was passed to me by others that lived in the sky. And here's an angel. He's summoning up a comet or a nasty event with sound and vibration. And everyone on Earth is dying and fucked upness. So, yeah, it shows the angels have a lot to do with Armageddon. So this is the horticultural department in the Great Expeditions, 1892, 1893. It says it was a year to build it. It says a year to build that. Just took fucking 5 years to build a fucking bus station in Cardiff. I don't know, they do it. We've got some carts. It bugs me. So here's more of them pesky angels. This one's pouring a pot of blood. And it's causing floods and the sky to fall in, which very possibly could fall in. I think it is anyway. And all of antiquity sinking into the mud because there's your mud flood. Angels did it. Here's Galveston, Texas, man, that fateful day when everyone was down on the beach. Galveston's awful calamity, Gulf tidal wave, September the 8th, 1900. So I really like Galveston. I've seen the wall they built since 1906. They knocked that up. But there's still a lot of old buildings in Galveston, guys. Gaveston, as I like to call it. But yeah, love that place. Got completely fucked up look. And they had some amazing architecture. There's a lot going on in this Phoenician picture. A lot going on. We got dragons. We got a deity, looks a bit Jesus-y. And this guy here is in charge. I think this might be a legal case where Jesus is up in court for being like a king. And this guy's like, yeah, we're not feeling that. We're gonna have to nail you up. I don't know what this is. It's some sort of generator or something, guys. It's old antiquity, it's Atlantean tech. But I'm unsure. There's no caption with it. But it looks to be electrical. Look at the size of this old world. How beautiful that painting is. Wow. So what are they doing, people? Just lazing around, doing nothing. But there is a flying lady of one of those linens that keep them floating, and she's got a laurel leaf in her hand. She's flying around. Everyone else is just lying around. And they haven't built that stuff. They just inherited it. Because these are Armageddon survivors or arrivals. Because that world they never built, maybe. Look at that for a Russian city gateway into Omsk. And that's in Siberia. So these are these crazy fireplaces. Check this out, guys. This fireplace got like 1, 2, 3, 4, 6-pointed star, zodiac, and these crazy Phoenician and Aryans. No sign of any coal fire going on, or wood fire. And you wouldn't, they didn't. Anyway. So I was wondering about skeleton keys. You don't really need a key. If you get skeleton key, you can open any door, can't you? Some of these doors, these keys are for giants and just so intricate as well from the old world. Look at this, lock. So lock, key, Phoenician phrases. Locks you get in canals or ports, and knobs and knockers as well. You get knobs, don't you? Your knob, and you get knockers. Geez, knobs and knockers. Also latches. No, I don't know what latch is. Locks anyway. And keys. Well, it's where you dock your ship, isn't it? That's an unusual key. Keys of antiquity and Tartarian technology. What is this stuff? What is all this shit? I don't know. That is a generator. Well, I wonder if it's a free energy generator of some sort. Looks to be working. The keys to reality. Key to it all. Yeah, there's that arch in Omsk, and you've got all of that fine antiquity. And check it outside, guys. Just shit and mud. How do they do it? No, because it's mud flooded. So there's an old world handbag. I know it looks like something out of Star Wars, but it's an old world handbag. Crazy, isn't it? More knobs and knockers these days, Hugh. You know it. You know it, yeah. So, citizenships. A lot of places in antiquity look like ships with houses on them, like that. Citizenships, ships that have just come in and become permanent. Here's Samson, the guy in the Bible, and he's pushing down all these columns with his bare hands. He's making it all fall. Kill everybody in there. What are they doing up there? And this is a homunculus in the hands of a great goddess. And this is a person. So this is how big it is in a temple. See a little person? Oh, I need to drink something. While you look at that language graph there. Interesting here, though. I know it's about the, I'm guessing it's what they, with Sham and Nagan. I'm thinking the comparisons of Indian language, and then it gets to Europe, and it's got 6, 6, 6, 6 equals 6 for Europe. Obviously, it's in German. I don't know the designations and that, but interesting that number. This equals 7. Anyway, I need a drink. Oh. So yeah, the ancient world was pretty fantastic, and as you can see, the bow of a ship, citizenships. Are these what they are? Is ships that are moored and become permanent land fixtures. Fill them in with concrete and use the ship as a building. Citizenships. Citizenship. And use these windows, these convex mirrors again. He's looking into one there while he's cooking up his pot. And this one's got a face sticking out. I know. Crazy, isn't it? Alchemy, you know it. There's a Dura picture. And again, you can see a Phoenician angel person looking into one of those viewers. And these are from like 1500 Jura pictures. So they're everywhere, these things. Don't fall down there because you just fall forever and ever and ever and ever because it's decreasing. So these are crazy church floors. Look at the geometric patterns in this church. It's in Milan. I follow you for many years, Jamie. Thank you for doing that. Yeah, push the button if you like this video. That'd be cool. Donate if you can. That'd be really appreciated. And yes, share this out. That'd be really groovy. You got quite a bit to go. Look at that lamp there a minute. Whatever that is. I don't think it holds candles. Yeah, it's got candle holders in it. Candelabra, they call them. But no fire in here, just two giant Anderons. And can you imagine having a raging fire with all that happening? This is material. Would you really have material over your fire? No, you wouldn't, would you? This is what's happening. These Anderons here are radiating heat. They've got a shovel there for what looks like coal, though. Why would you have material? Fucking burn. So if you want anyone to fix your Stonehenge in the past, you get a giant. Giants can sort your stonework out for you if you've got an ailing cathedral. Giants do it for you. Here's a giant, but unfortunately, from this Renaissance artwork, he is being scrubbed, the rest of the image. But it looks like these tides, it looks like they're hurting him, and it looks like they hunted the giants, guys. He looks disgusted, that guy. Sad. So look at the size of what this place must have been like compared to the people. It's just all mud inside. Obviously, it's been a reset, but I'm just saying, look at the size of the people compared to the buildings. And look at the size of the people compared to the buildings. If this is a cathedral, how big is Ginger Mary? I'm just saying, she looks fucking massive. So this is from an old book. So they've been doing somatic experiments. Obviously, he's putting a tone through there on a steel plate, and it's giving him a somatic pattern. So they've been doing that and knowing about that technology for many years. Also, the bunko booths are shown in this old image as being a technology, and you can see that there's something inside it. But as you can see, this shows you all of this technasmia patterns for what looks like something to do with magnetic fields around the bunko booths, I would say, propagation. So, yeah, really interesting. Citizenships, again, just all buildings that are on a ship that has been concreted in and made a permanent structure. Is this the case for a lot of places in antiquity, including Venice? Including Venice, because the front of Venice looks like a ship, if you have a look at it. Citizenships. What about Zaphod Beetlebroxes? Giant two-headed people. Look at these trying to take it down. You got two-head giant. And there's a skeleton of or a preserved bog bodies, and they got two heads. One person, two heads. I'm guessing you got that. They don't only exist on Channel 5. I think they're real. They used to have all weird programs on Channel 5, like the man with 6 penises and the girl with 5 arms. So I couldn't even made it balanced. So I put this up on my community message asking you guys what you thought it was. Bit of a quiz. And Squirrel Sniper there in chat, my mate Nathan, give me a link. He'd done a bit of research, so it's a nature of due diligence. And he come up with what he thinks it is. And it is to prepare jewelry. It's a template for jewelry. Which makes perfect sense. You put them in there, you could tap them away. So yeah, that makes sense. Sacred geometry in what looks like an old Greek stone, but still they know about the flower of life and sacred geometry. They're doing the experiments or they've seen them. So yeah, God, he's puking up in his beautiful geometric shape. Yeah, he's puking up a load of rainbow blood over Adam and Eve. There's somebody else hanging around in the garden as well. And Eve, she's born. He looks pissed off. She's born of his rib. She comes bursting out of his stomach. It's a weird old story. Don't think that could happen in real life. So looking at these church ceilings, you see that somatic pattern again, just like a star fort, just like them windows that I showed you, just like a flower. Beautiful geometry when you look up. This has an impact on your consciousness. This does things to you. Beautiful. Make you feel really good. Look at the geometrics in that old artwork. Pretty technical for an old artwork. They know stuff. Stupid, are they? All right, okay. They're building stuff like that with that much thought in it. That they're stupid. You couldn't pull that off in the modern day. Okay, what you say? Whatever. So this is the fall of Carthage, and you can see it's same architecture, but you know the Armageddon that happened there. Fall of the Carthaginian Empire. There's another picture of it. Beautiful buildings. Everyone flooded. Everyone gets killed. Same as Troy. Same as Greece. Same as Rome. Same as all of the ancient civilizations. Sumer, Hittites, all of them. All vanished. Hebrews. Can anyone bring me a Hebrew? Oh, no, that's right. They've all disappeared, like the Phoenicians, haven't they? So lake, scenery at the head of Lake Superior. And this is Duluth, Minnesota, Lake Superior. And it is nice buildings, but the street is just fucking mud. There's nobody about. It's like just fucking ghost town. This town. So another Renaissance work. I find it really interesting that the middle bit here is falling away. It looks exactly like a modern day scientific portal. Like it looks like Hadron Collider. Again, our pesky celestial hosts. So this is an old ruined, as you can see, church in an English photo, but there's graves and they're all grown over. So if that church like ended, God knows when would the graves put there? Look how grown over there. Interesting. Can't get it dated though. This is gone. This is a big old bank that it was in Chicago, Illinois, and then they took it down, and now it's gone. And it took them a lot of money to get rid of it. So here is Manhattan. I know it's a bad photograph, but it was taken from a plane. No, it's not Manhattan. Okay, this is I got a mental block. Italian city beginning with B. Help me out, guys. But it's got loads and loads of towers. There's only two existing now. That one there and that bent one there. Begonia. There you are. And it was like Manhattan, full of towers. Bologna, I know, Roger. Thank you. Okay, I know. I had a mental block. And look at the old world here. Look at that fort up on that hill. I bet all that hill is a pyramid. So, yeah, it's got to be more going on with columns. I was trying to break that down with columns. Look at these heat sinks on all of this old Indian architecture. And that is apparently a statue that they deliberately put into a cell in Pompeii. Obviously, she's not a victim of Pompeii, but it's quite sad artwork. So there you are. Look at that for Tartaria. Tartaria. How beautiful is that, guys? Look at that architecture. That's one groovy street and pretty unspoiled. Where it is, I don't know. It looks like Czech Republic or somewhere. Beautiful, though. So again, with these buildings, now there's only shit outside that building, so we're presuming that building's just been built. Okay. Well, maybe these bits and this bit were there already, and they've just added a dome because it's that four angels technology going on. But they seem to be really dirty here. And this one looks a different color completely. And I don't know. Right. See if you can see it. It took me a while. I looked on Facebook and I was like, fucking hell. You see the face of Jesus here? There's his eye, beard here. Look, can you see it? Let me go back and maybe it'll just come to you then. Now can you see it? Yeah? It's crazy, isn't it, guys? How could that have happened, guys? How could that have happened? Like trying to work it out. It's like set. You can see it, Debbie? Set up, but fucking hell. How would they got a face of Jesus there? Just mental. Mental. How? Hallelujah fucking Luya, Adam. How? So this is a British television program when I was a kid. This is Fred Dinage. Yeah. I think he would have been quite safe to have as your babysitter. I don't think he was in Jimmy's Club, but I don't know. They used to show you how things worked, and it was a really brilliant program. How do you boil a egg to shit? God, this woman's a bit. Oh no, she's facing a horse. It's all right. She's all right. That suits her. That's a nice look for her. I think she's still really attractive. Why the long face? Imagine living here. Let's go back to this life, shall we, guys? Like the hobbits living in trees. Yeah. All healthy and beautiful music and animals everywhere running around. Do you like my visions? The end is in sight. Oh, yes, so it is. What's he looking at niggas for? Dirty old man. We used to have one of them in Cardiff. He was like a world is night guy. And he was a dwarf. He kicked me in the ass. So he tried to. He was too short to reach me. I was like, what are you doing, you weird little fucker? And then he called me Jesus. He said, Jesus. I said, yeah, well, why are you hitting me then? I said, I don't know. I gotta fucking kick you. And he chased me. My son was with me once. He's like, why is he attacking you? So he says it every single time. He's been doing it for the last 30 years. So he keeps getting attacked by this tongue dwarf. World is nigher. Fucking weird, my life. Anyway, if I sit on a public transport bus, you can guarantee I'm going to have the nutter sit next to me. Yeah. I had it once happen. The guy sat next to me. He's like, my mother's just died. I was like, oh, right. That's really sad. Sorry to hear that, mate. Yeah. Yeah, you don't seem to care very much, though, mate. I want to see more emotion. You went all fucking psycho on me. Ended up having a big fight on a bus. So like, fucking hell, mate. It's all about you, innit? You fucking you. Look at these things. So yeah, I've had whenever a guy grabbed my shoulder, he said, my wife said, you smell funny. It's like, in what regard? He said, my wife says you smell a pot. So I don't. So I smell it myself. So well, what's it got to do with you? And then and again, another fight broke out. So I have a lot of bus juju. Maybe I should just walk or get a bicycle. I think I'll get a bicycle. So yeah, look at all that old shit fucked up. And a lot of little people saying, what is all of this shit? So I don't know. Who built it? We don't know. Oh, bit like now. So here's the Chinese all fucking all over, isn't it? Yeah. TikTok City, here we go. So what you do? It's like, what about my view? It's like, fuck you. And so some people are going to have a highway outside their window, and other people living on the lower levels, they're never going to see the light of day again. Did they have their rent dropped? No. No, they didn't. Oh, there you are. Madison Avenue in 77th Street, the home of Mr. Blind Tom, 1891. Last old dwelling of New York. And then, wow, sad to believe anything looked like that. And it looks Medforded. The old Shakaroony. So I was absolutely fascinated by these when I was a kid. So we used to go through Wyndham Arcade and it'd be all the blokes hanging around outside the paint shop and they'd be doing this, drinking methylated spirits and paint thinners and stuff. And we're like, man, what are they doing? Drinking meth smart and they're queuing for it in the paint shop. And he sells it to them. It's like, yeah, it says fucking disgusting. So yeah, they were so bad. Nowadays, it's all spice and crack and shit. They don't. It's fucking fentanyl. They don't give a fuck anymore. But in the old days, they used to drink like fucking methylated paint stripper. Fucking scummy world in here. It's fucking awful. The fuck, this place. Ow. Okay, I dropped a plug on my foot this morning. No. So there they are, the old Zepperoonies. flying through the sky, delivering the people to London or to wherever that is in America land, or drop you off to the pyramids in your beautiful balloon. There you are. I bet you could land on the top of the pyramid. I bet the pyramid was a landing station as well, because it's got the facilities on top. You've got like, definitely get out of the balloon and get out on the top of the pyramid of Giza, I think. So, look at this detail of Perseus from an Italian sculptor from 1700s. But look at that for detail in the shoe. Cool. Imagine having talent like that to be able to do that. Oh, and marble as well. Had a stone to work with. I don't know how they do it. So here is they're going to have this in New York City. They're on about replacing the one they got now for something more in tune with the time. We're going to have an LGBT liberty, and they're going to have massive speakers underneath playing Beyonce. Well, then, maybe they're not. Maybe they're not. I don't know. So here's capturing another giant. Fuck me, what's happening here? Sorry, guys. He looks really unhappy, and they're bringing him in, and everyone's watching. So I think there was some sort of hunt for giants, and I never see any giants fighting except for that one, Goliath. But he was a shit. We all know about that. He's like, what's that? He's like, I come to you because what's happening is I've got a massive penis. And I was wondering if I could get it made smaller. Said, well, nobody's ever asked me for a penis reduction before. It's the first time ever in reality. It's like, nobody will ever ask me again. No. It's like, what about my bollocks? They're really big too. It's like, no, can't. Oh, okay. His wife looks concerned. So yeah, this is what happens in Rosemary's Baby. She gave birth to the baby and ate everybody like that. I know they look innocent enough, don't they? Ankle biters, rugrats, but they're not, guys. They're not. They'll eat you, or they'll eat your soul. They do. They do. They eat your soul. So what else were they up to in the Middle Ages? Trebuchet humans. They had floating devices for in the water, and some sort of other aquatic device. So watery weirdness. Hi, McLovin. Thank you for the support, my brother. So this is in Rome and Castel d'Angel, and this aerial and stuff's not on there in the modern day. There's a little temple thing on top as well. It's a star fort, by the way. They're having a massive firework display in 1624. It's been there a while. So here's another strange artifact. Like a black rod or something carries politicians, or maybe like a baton or a general's baton, but they carry them around. Let me show you that again. Got to do more in the old world. Everything's just harping back. This is strange. I'm wondering, like in this image here, right, guys? They got, see if you can see, they got like circles and men standing by circles with like lines on, and off these circles are wires, and they're going all the way up to the church. So I kind of thinking like it's, well, resonating technology. Why would they put the wires up to the steeple, to the tower? You find that interesting? One thing's for sure, we're looking at the technology. Crazy. It's a different realm, Litty, lovely. It's a different realm. Again, with these big spaces, look, no chairs, nothing to do with Jesus in these cathedrals in the old days. You know, you have a look at Renaissance art at cathedrals. I defy you to find anything to do with any religious iconography or chairs or worship in any of them, because you do not see it. You see any in here? I can see Phoenicia, pyramids, but I can't see any religion or pews or anything going on like that. Everyone goes in there, walks around, gets healed, and the space is built by giants, for giants. So this is the Bastille, okay, but it's like, oh, France. So are they candles? And this thing is massive. These are tiny people, dots. And this thing here, you're telling me they lit candles all the way up there. So I've been going 3 hours. Fuck me, how many pictures have I got left? So pyramids, pyres, and in this image is showing smoke coming out of a pyramid. Pyramid, which The word fire is actually in it. That's nice, really. This is before the Shah of Iran. These are the people of Iran on the beach. Before they got like Muslim craziness going on. So they were all normal back then, going to the beach. And they had to go on, like now they're all fucking 10 steps behind, keep your head down. I don't know what they do. Check this bird. It's all right. She's not even a lesbian because she's looking at a man's tits. So that's good, isn't it? So, yeah, Jamie Lee Curtis. The father used to look like a woman as well. When he was in Some Like It Hot with Marilyn Monroe, dressed as a woman with Jack Lemmon, he looked like a proper woman. Just like his daughter looks like a proper man. So, yeah, he's got zero gravity underpants on, this monk. He's flying around. They're like, fuck me. How'd you do that? So it's like you just think about it and you think happy thoughts and then you lift up. Peter Pan told you, I don't know Peter Pan. That's because it hasn't been written yet. When singing is not your talent, there's always something to fall back on, guys. It's not a bad realm as you might think. Yeah. I wonder what they're singing. Okay. And these devices are going through a snowy region in Britain. And I'm wondering, are they plows? Yes. And there are a fleet of them. Yes. Ever seen anything like them before? No, not me. Building the M1, it's M2 tank for World War One assembly line. Look at the size of them. Women built them. And then they go off to kill men in the trenches of the First World War. This is in Mexico. Note the absence of curvature in that photograph. The lines, the parallel lines, guys, the crisscross from the ancient world. Nobody's put them there. This is in the middle of nowhere in the jungle. You see this everywhere on Google Earth, guys. Is these just straight lines and they like go for hundreds of miles, guys, completely straight. Why? Because these were the older world and all of this is gone with jungle all over the top. This thing was massive, older world. Trillion population. This place is big, bigger than they're telling us anyway. That's an interesting old house, isn't it? I don't know what style that is. Nice tower. Imagine that room in there with the tower room. Quite lovely, isn't it? It's good to see Dinah Rigg. I love Dinah Rigg. It's good to see she's still alive. There she is in Lord of the Rings or some shit. So Dinah Rigg, still alive. Good for you, Diana. We love Dinah Rigg. Look at this old tot spot. Take the blindfold off and you will see. He's tweeted, right? Yeah. So let's have a look at him. So he's covering his one eye. He's got a pink hat on, so he's giving us the old one eye. He's got like, I don't know, a Saturn on here. So Saturn, cross, one eye, pink, Parisian hat, and he has what looks like a person that's tied to railings. I hope it's not a child. Tied to railings on his tarot card while he covers his one eye. So there's nothing nefarious, and he's got a 33 tattoo on his one eye. Nothing nefarious or weird going on with him when he sets up all of that coding. She's not she. Oh, yeah, no, it's just makes me want to puke. People can't see. This is a good little Ladybird book. First time I ever done Wickerman. And the Wickerman book, yeah, for easy. Can we burn him? No, we'll burn him later. Oh, he's making so much noise, Papa. Can we burn him now? No, we're burning him later. Oh, do you know Grace Flick out of Jefferson Aeroplane? She's got Girl Scout cookies top on. She's got beautiful eyes. Look at the blue on Grace Flick's eyes. Shame she was drunk and bloody loudmouth, but look at her bloody eyes. They're beautiful blue. Love Grace Flick at this moment in time. And then blue eyes. So this is an old picture of Texas, and this is Texas men telling their wives how to behave. So get your clothes off. So they all got massive fat asses. And then I don't know what they're kneeling down for. One can only guess. Maybe it's something to do with religion. Maybe they're just going to pray later. Who knows? So, shut it up. Poor Spock and Kirk being deafened by Taylor Swift. Isn't Taylor a boy's name? She's got boys bum and all, hasn't she? I'm just saying. Here's the Sweetie Collector. Russell Brand will tell you a thing or two about the the man out of Chitty Chitty Bang Bang that steals children and takes them off to a nefarious place. Yeah. So, because he basically played the character in the Olympic opening ceremony. And then he watches YouTube, pretends to be a fucking truther and everyone buying it. So this was the clue that Nathan, Squirrel Sniper, gave me concerning that artifact earlier, because these are templates for making jewelry, also found, I think it was in Russia. So thank you for that, Nathan. Case closed on that, I think. Good little find. Sky trains in the past. They had electric sky trains everywhere in the world by apparently late 1800s. See loads of these up in the air. Excuse me. There's one in the Bowery. Lovely, isn't it? And look at these cars up in the air. You ever seen that before? So you could take your own car up there, apparently, or electric, or whatever it was, on the SkyTrain path. Pretty, looks like a domino tile. All right. Oh, look at this thing. I don't even know. It's tube there, and the tube there's a guy at the end. Could be compressed air, but fantastic tube system. Look at that. How beautifully ornate. And here's Market Street in San Francisco, where they thought it was being 50 years. Excuse me. That was Natalie Wood. You have to hold on for that. Hold your breath. So they knew about sky trains and Tatarian balloons, etc. So what wood doesn't float? Natalie Wood, that's right. So when I was young, I had a thing about Natalie Wood. Yeah, I did. I absolutely loved Natalie Wood when I was young. I don't know what it was. I was like, fucking hell, Natalie Wood, man. I fucking love her so much. She got Wagnered, didn't she? She had a jolly good wagoning by Roger, what's his name? Robert Wagner. He gave her a right old wagoning. So look at this. It's beauty personified. And then what happens? Chucks her off a boat, and she fucking kept his foot on her face until she stopped breathing. No more beautiful. Mind you, I bet she was a nightmare. Spoke. Fuck her. So this is an interesting painting. All pictures of reality of the sim. Or coming out of that building and going into a portal on the other side. The never-ending story, a bit like what happens on Flat Earth British. The never-ending story. I've been talking for 3 hours. I can't believe it. Let me show you some more bunko booths. I'm in here. Some examples of them in case you don't know what I'm on about. Excuse me. Bunko booths, yeah. I had all maps as well, but I ain't got time for them. So this are bunko booths that I mentioned earlier, and they're all over antiquity. This one's got an anomalous thing in it. I don't know what it is. Check this out. Is that a water feature? I don't know, guys. That's just like weird tech going on right there. And giant crowns on tops of buildings. Look at that thing. So they're in my local park, and they're beautifully ornate. They have antiquitech on top, and they call them bandstands, or they call them gazebos, and they're everywhere in the centre of towns. And these things as well called follies. Apparently used the material left over, but they're just the same as antiquitech bunko booths. Follies all over England. Hundreds of follies. Used with leftover stone. That one is more Muslim feeling. But they are everywhere. Every country has these. Look at this one. This is a really interesting one. Looks like a carousel at the fairground. Maybe that's along the lines of what we're looking at is a carousel. In the film Carousel, the carousel is a time machine. Goes back in time, see where he went wrong with his murder. The film Carousel. Come to the carousel. Right, I'm going to give a few of you shouts. My God, I've been talking for, 3 hours. Hang on. 7:30, 8:30, 9:30, 10:30. 3 hours, 10 minutes. Oh, fuck me. So I hope you enjoyed that, guys. There was a lot in there, wasn't there? Happy with the bit at the beginning. A good little bit of work that was. I am definitely convinced. I haven't even got any questions that the early occupants of what they say is pre-Roman Britain was Phoenicians, the Sumerians, and the fucking Hittites. Blew my head off to find that out. Andrew, what? 4? And they're on about these like god weapons like Thor's hammer. So let's give you a few of your shouts, and I'll be diving off very soon. Thank you everybody for joining on a Flaterday. I was really excited about tonight. Just love to do this and make you laugh and do the entertainment thing, even if it is just once a week. It takes me all week actually to get it together, guys. It's like 3 hours, 4 hours, and I ain't even got through it all, and I got to do a lot of reading and everything as well, and all the other stuff that's going on. Now let me just show you IRO 7, some of the things that I'm going to be doing. Now next Tuesday coming, I'm going to be in Birmingham, and I don't mean Alabama, Birmingham in England, for Truth Juice again. We're going to talk about and present Mud Flood, Tartaria, and there it is, Alchester Road. It's just £5 to get in anyway. Truth Juice, Andy and Claire and crew, awesome little venue. That'll be Tuesday. If you're in the area, got some people come in and friends and stuff. It's going to be a little gathering, all right? So hope to see you there. And the week after, I'm back up into the West Midlands in a town called Strourbridge on the 13th of May, on a Monday, the following week, where I'm going to present at Free Thinking Society, Tartaria, Mudfloods and Tick-Protect airships, your usual. Lovely map of Tartaria. And it is at the Talbot Hotel. Again, it's only a £5 to get in, 7 o'clock. I'm on at 7:30. I'll be talking about 2-3 hours, something like that, for another presentation. So it'll be another chance for you to come and check me out live and get to shake my hand and give me a hug. Okay. And then in June next month, end of next month, same time as Glastonbury Festival, there's a free festival for wake people. Okay. In Dorset Estate in Wimborne. It's from 27th to 30th. And they got stage. All of the truth. This one's going to be a really good one, actually. They really have got some lovely stuff going on there. Healing, as you can see, of this beautiful area. I'll just put that on. Some of these people I've met before. See what music I was listening to there. But look, Travis. Clyde to Carl, he was on my channels. David Weiss, Ian Leahy, my mate. Mac Devlin, Dave Murphy. They're all on there. So I'm not on there. I am on the one now because this hasn't been updated. So yeah, it's worth a look. I'm looking forward to that. Hanging out and looking at some truthers. So there you go. That is in June, and at the end of the year, Campbell's already on the first tour in Bosnian Pyramid. Looks to be going very well. He looks to be having the time of his life there. But in the end of the year, they're doing another tour, and they're going to Greece and Turkey to go and check out all of those artifacts of Göbekli Tepe, Benjahara, or fucking Derekuya, all of these places. So there I am, Martin Leaker, Flat Earth British. Lost my channel 2 weeks ago, but we still got a lot to play with. I haven't got volume on this. I'm just while I talk a little minute. Oh, yes. Matt, you wish you was there. You're down south, though, ain't you, Marianne? It's a hard place to get from. Bournemouth is not an easy place to get to, I found. Got to go to Southampton and all that first. So, yeah, there's me for the day. Friday entertainment. As you can see, I'm a busy man. Got a lot going on. Okay. 594 of you. Thank you so much, guys, for being here. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't to this channel. And I like it. And things like that. It's good. Have a drink. Fucking hell. Blown out now. Whew. God, I've been talking forever. Right. Hi, Kerry. Thank you for being here. Lovely. Thanks, ASM. Thank you, Marianne Dimples. And thank you, Ian Biggs. Anatolia, what does that mean? We're going to Anatolia. We'll dig in a little bit further. One thing that we'll tell you in the book, them books I give you all will link up directly after this post. All right, guys. It tells you about, like, you know, our origins, the people there were from Cappadocia. So I'm wondering if there was them underground cave cities and stuff in Cappadocia. Alatonian origins as well as the Hittites and the Phoenicians and Sumerians. Vibes. What we don't know about history. Jeff Gregory, good to see you, my friend. Hasta la vista, baby. Adam. Antimatters. Campbell living the best life, and so he should anyway. Why shouldn't he? If you just make the effort and break pattern and got off his ass and done it, that's why he's happening. If he sat on his ass, it wouldn't come to him. He's making it happen. That's what life's like. You can make your own luck in this place. Nothing comes to you. Dale Johnson, good to see you. Michael DeSilvio, good to see you, brother. Angela, thank you for being here as well and being so kind and lovely. And Gigi. Come back to Florida when you come back, Martin. I would love to go to Florida, and I will be back in America, obviously. I'm fucking in love with America and everything, including its people. Oh, just miss America. No, so it's a different world. God, it's just a completely different world to you. Joy, be a guy. What's happening? Are you going to stand in the Light Festival? I'm going to be talking about Tartaria and stuff, and then just hanging out and watching all the stuff going down. Things. Thanks, Pamela Swan, for linking that up, darling. And get tickets. There you are. What tickets? Oh, you can get tickets. All right. Fair enough. Mark, gazpacho soup. Good day to you, sir. And Debs. Gazpacho soup. A plate. Best served cold. Egon, good to see you. Paul, what's happening, mate? Evening, mate. Late tonight. Oh, I Elisa as well. And baby Austin. And Kevin. Yeah, much love to you, my brother. Heidi. And Pamela. And Christian Page. The entire internet, this channel, is partly the reason it exists, so that everyone can figure out that the earth is flat. Yeah, I think what happens on this channel is significant. I think it is important. Wish you can make it. Oh, it doesn't matter. It's whatever. Next time, innit? It's break pattern. It's been cold and dark here in Britain for months. I haven't had hardly any exercise properly. It's a fact. Dragon Birth, good to see you. Cat. It's because you're in America. We'll have to get a meetup going in America. Make sure it's a big one. Never know. In Houston. Timmy Tice, good to see you. And Mike Fed. Thank you for being here as well. And Jason Gore is in the house as well. Mate. And Timmy Tice. I said that. Jamie, mate. Yeah, thanks for everybody being here for years and sticking with me through thick and thin. It's never easy, as you know, but the result is like we're infinitely more epic than the rest of YouTube, as you know. St. Michael Archangel, I was talking about you earlier, St. Michael. Big fan of your work. And having an astral travel, because it's always time traveling. And I have brilliant dreams. Love my dreams. Can't wait to go to sleep and dream me. Fucking brilliant. God, it's just a great time in my dreams. No. Could it be a lie? It's just an illusion. Could it be a lie? In all its confusion. Row, row, row your boat gently downstream. Merry, 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 merry. Life is but a dream. Wonder why they say this all the time. Should we tell you? Because it's just an illusion. Could it be a lie? In all this confusion. Yeah, Satan on his shirt. I know. Satan on his shirt. I know. We're on it, man. We can decode these fuckers like that. We're just like, well, we are like Hercule Poirot's of truth. A lot of us put together. Oh my God. We can bust any case in this place. Even the biggest ones. Because we're on the biggest case of all, aren't we? Romany Bear. I ain't never seen you there. Are you, mate? Good to see you. I like your carpet on the wall from Morocco, that is. He's saving her because she's been kidnapped by like a nasty mogul or whatever. And he's his age. He's a giant. He's bigger. He's got a gun. And they stole her back because they're in love. And they're jumping over the brook. It's a happy story of love. Yeah, she wasn't happy. He was a brute. Yeah, he was a bit weird apparently. Yeah. Hugh, fucking thank you, brother. Fucking love it. Miss Mel, hope she's fine. Mel was in the chat earlier. She's fine. I went up there about 2 months back. Oh, yeah, it was about that. Stayed on a boat. It was fucking great. We had a brilliant time. Love Rain. Rain the dog is just the cutchiest dog in the world. She's so smart. Love German Shepherds, most beautiful creatures. Fricebone, so noble, so smart. Raja, Valley Blue. I'm not Fanny Blue. See how I never fucked that up this time? Valley Blue. Oh, yeah. With magical powers, we have got it. Believe, well, not believe. Just know. Know you are magic. Know you are superhuman. That is Fowler. In the Rise movement, I have a big question. According to Nosconfando data, the Aryans come from Earth and liberate. Well, it's not a planet. Yeah, I've seen all of that. It's really good, and I covered it because I had Bex and Tash on my channel, and they covered it all for me, and all of that. It was really good. But I don't know if it's on this channel or my other channel, but anyway, on one of my other channels. But yeah, really good. Herbie, really good. Really enjoyed all that. No evidence, but it's really good. Herbie, John 237. The witch, Achi, I can't say that. Fuck me, my eyes are going anywhere. I can't see. Now I'm gonna have to give it up. Epi, I lovely. Ooh, I appreciate your time and your effort researching ancient history. It's my absolute pleasure. And there's our hippie shit kindly put in my PayPal thing up, which is awesome. If anyone does, I'll be over the moon, literally. Epic. Travel. What's that? How's that electric bass? Play it someday. Nah, man, I ain't doing that for YouTube. Fuck that. It's just fuck around to do reggae. I just does reggae riffs, a bit of fucking jazzy stuff, or just fucks about with it. For me, it is. Not no one else. Loves a little fuck around. Thank you. There you are. We know now, don't we? Think that was persuasive argument? Fuck yeah, you know it. Ellie, good to see you. Tiptoe through the tulips because there's landmines in the field. That's the reason why you're tiptoeing. They don't tell you that in the real song, though. Donna Marie, good to see you. Stu, and I gotta go. I'm starting to see stars now. Okay, Ian Briggs, good to see you. And Mark, Static. Okay, I really enjoyed that. Wiggly squiggly fat thumbs. Did you do it back? Do it back to me. Oh, thanks, Kim Meal. But if you do donate, they take 30% off there. It's better off PayPal and you'll actually get the money then. Like soon or not. There's a noise behind me then. I don't even know what it was. Nancy, oh, it's my phone down by you. Don't worry. See, I'm losing my shit. Vibes. Okay. Simple dimple, finger in the eye. Yeah, man. Fucking finger in the eye fucking does them. Kicking a shin, finger in the eye. It's like fucking ninja moves, man. They're like, ah. Fucking know it. I like you. I like your thinking. Double fat thumbs, myself. Thank you, Kim. Thank you, Adam, who's my mate. I've been Lincoln. The beautiful city of Lincoln. Thank you, Lisa. How would you say your name, Lisa? Lisa Sudo or Tsuda. Lisa Tsuda. It's nice. Okay, Andrew Woods. What are your thoughts on the late Queen Elizabeth? We don't bring up royalty on Flat Earth British. I'm in Britain, standing on their land for one. And plus YouTube have accused me of being harassment and bullying and stuff. And I'm on a community strike to the middle of June on this channel. So I don't want them to get the wrong idea that I might be like wrongly construed in things or anything. And plus, I don't want to really incriminate myself. So I'm going to stay away from the subject of the royal family on here. I like them. And the Queen, yeah, she's lush. I seen the Queen Mother. She looked at me. Yeah, she looked at me and she smiled and she went, "Hiya, Martin." No, she never knew my name. She went, "Hiya, little boy. I'm going to eat you." She never said that, but that's what her eyes were saying. Yeah, I never. She was fucking lovely. I can't believe anyone says anything bad about the royal family. I've met them all, and they're all really lovely. I know what you're thinking. No, I mean it. It's true. They're lovely. Machiavelli, especially Kate. Love Kate. Do we love Kate? Kate Middleton. I know when she gets better, we might be. No, I won't be in with a chance. Don't worry. Fucking never gonna get a chance for Kate Middleton. Just have to ask her if she's got a willy first. What the usual fucking 24 routine, isn't it? Yeah, I can't just like, oh, do you want to come up for a drink with me? No, not that I'm not available. But I'm just saying in hypothetical terms. Do you come up for a drink with me? It's like, yeah. So I've got penis. No. Oh, cool. Can't wait to meet you. So that sort of thing. Because times have changed. Yeah. Tell them old-fashioned, can't you? Ooh, Houston, come back and see you. I love Houston. I miss it so much. The weather, everything. It's such a crazy town. Suits me so. Houston suits me. I'm the only Welshman in Houston and all. 4 million people. I'm the only Welshman. Raina, good to see you. Mama Cat. The shock on their face when I talk. What's that, India? Lovely. Are you lovely, India? Martin's nose is growing. Is Martin's nose growing? Oh, lying like Pinocchio. Oh, no. I really do love them. Prove me wrong. Yeah, it's the internet. It's 2024. You've got to give evidence. Oh, don't worry. You've got to do everything by the book. Yeah, you've got to do by the book, Dano. Especially nowadays. There's my son, Welsh Dragon Metals, who's very epic because he's a leaker. Yeah, he's my son. He's there. He's awesome. Good, isn't it? 17 Joy, good to see you. All right, I'm going to fucking get up, guys, because honest to God, I'm knackered. Back hurts and everything. Haven't you heard about Kate lately? She's okay. They haven't said anything. It's like the war is just all fucked off. So they haven't said anything more. She'll be all right, I guess. Because like they got millions, haven't they? They got a kid probably. So I don't talk about that. I'm just saying I just like her. You know, she's got a nice face. I'd like her to read to me. She's got that really posh voice, hasn't she? Maybe read me. Yeah. Samantha Christie be good. What's that? New West reset. Cheers, Martin. Take care. Okay, take care. Weekly Flat Firms. Happy Flaterday. And I'll see you very, very soon. Keep an eye on my community page. All the things are happening. And maybe see you in Birmingham. This other truth is going as well. Make it reason the weather's going to be fine. Just make an excuse to get up and break pattern, innit? It's only a flim. Be worth doing, guys. Okay? Epi saying hiya to you, Lawrence. Happy Nevering. Bromley Bear's my brother. Love Bromley Bear. It's awesome. Paisley, what are you saying? Anyone else have some idea about giant bells? Oh, yeah, you have to watch my videos, Paisley. I've got loads about bells on my channel because I was talking about it first. So there's loads of bell tech channels. Woot! Okay, thanks, Heidi. H-I-D-I. Heidi who? Nobody's ever said that to you before, I bet. Oh, Heidi ho. They always do. Thanks, Kat. Okay, then I'm going. Peace and love to you all. Stay epic. Don't do anything I wouldn't do. And just be an awesome being. Above all, be kind. Yeah, they did. They're shitters. Don't worry about all that anyway. We're going to rise above like we always do because we're good at that. Oh, show baby. Hi, babes. Show baby. And Clementine. And Missy. Okay, much love to you all. I got to go, guys. Honestly, I'm fucking knackered. I've got 500 of you still watching nearly. My God. We should have like. See you on the next one. That was epic. That was juicy. That was really, really juicy. I was juice master then. Okay, see you later.